Valley Sports, Wisconsin, the heart of the fan.
Brewers baseball this afternoon, presented by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Play to win. We welcome you on this 4th of July Monday afternoon. The Cubs and the Brewers ready to get it started here. Happy 4th to everybody. A lot of pomp and circumstance in the ballpark today. The giant flag was out. They just closed the roof. So we kind of got a glimpse of a flyover, but they're out there. And we're glad you're with us today on Valley Sports Wisconsin. The rivalry renewed, Cubs and Brewers. And how about this pitching matchup today? You got a couple of lefties. Justin Steele, he's been pitching well, had a terrific month of June. 3 starts against the Brewers this year, pretty good numbers. And then you got left-hander Eric Lauer trying to get it turned around after a rough month of June. Hi, everybody. We welcome you. Great to have you with us today. Happy 4th of July to you all. Great to be with you. I'm Brian Anderson with Bill Schroeder. We'll hear from Sophia Menard in just a moment. And wouldn't you know it, you arrive to a landmark day in baseball. Anytime you get to a holiday, we kind of check the schedule. And now we're at Independence Day, and we're exactly halfway through the season.
Hard to believe it. Happy 4th of July, by the way. Good to have you back.
Good to be back.
Yeah, and the Brewers are playing some pretty good baseball right now. Halfway point in the season, and the Brewers have a 2-game lead in the Central Division, 11 games over 500. They've been doing a lot of things very well. They've been scoring more runs as of late. But it's been interesting to watch the Brewers, how they navigate through this season. They've had to endure a lot of guys on the injured list. 19 different players on the injured list, 9 pitchers, 10 position players. But the one thing that has been common is that back end of the bullpen. These guys have been terrific. I mean, Boxberger, Williams, Hader, these guys have been able to stay healthy. It's been a good first half for the Brewers.
Our advanced stat brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. All right, let's have some fun today. Stars and Stripes, it's Independence Day baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin. It's coming your way next.
Carolina. From Derry, New Hampshire.
Hi, I'm Specialist Jeremy Lopez from Miami, Florida.
I'm Specialist William China. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
I'm Specialist John Russell from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I want to wish America happy birthday.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, and be careful with those fireworks.
On this 4th of July, we remember and celebrate our country's Declaration of Independence, and a salute to all of those who are currently serving and who have served our great military. Great to have you with us. Brian Anderson, Bill Schroeder, our Emmy Award-winning reporter, Sophia Minard. We are at American Family Field in Milwaukee. Today's game produced by Brent Reeland, directed by Renardo Lowe. And it's game one of a three-game series between the Brewers and the Chicago Cubs, the I-94 rivalry. And on this 4th of July, as a lot of news continues to swirl around these Milwaukee Brewers. And let's check in with the third member of our team, Sophia Minard. Happy 4th, Sophia.
Hi, guys. Happy 4th of July. The Brewers are officially halfway through this 2022 season. The good news for them, they're sitting in first place with a 2-game lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. And manager Craig Counsell said the most consistent phase of the game for his team has been the back end of their bullpen. That combination of Brad Boxberger, Devin Williams, and of course the all-star closer Josh Hader. He said they have just been lights out. And what that does for a team, yesterday's game was the best example. You get a quality start from your all-star and Brandon Woodruff, and then you hand the ball to those three. And as the unit, the bullpen has a 3.5 earned run average, third best in the National League. They're holding opponents to a 220 average, but he said you take a lead, you hand the ball to those three, and you feel like it's almost automatic. He says we've been so good with the lead and handing the ball to those three. He said they just have not given up any runs, and that's allowed them to win as many games as they have and build that 2-game lead in the National League Central. So when they take a lead after 7 innings, the Brewers are 40-3, and it's all because of those big three at the back end of the bullpen.
And the good thing about those three, they have been able to stay healthy. And again, when they do come into games, all three of them, more times than not, they're going to be able to get quick innings, get a win. The last thing teams want to do is use their big three in the back of the bullpen, end up losing games, and then you kind of waste them. But that has not been the case for the Brewers.
Every manager knows who matches up against the Brewers that it can become a 7-inning game. David Ross no different. This Cubs ball club's actually playing pretty good baseball. They took a series from the Boston Red Sox. They did lose yesterday, but they had a nice little winning run going for David Ross. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, been scoring some runs here recently. They've had won 7 of their last 10 before losing yesterday to Boston. Let's check David Ross's starting lineup. It's brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. That's Christopher Morel in the leadoff spot. Wilson Contreras, he'll be an all-star this year. He hit second. Ian Happ, the switch hitters in left field, batting third. In the middle of the order, it's Seiya Suzuki, who is back from the injured list for the first time today. Nico Horner at short, Patrick Wisdom at third. Yan Gomes, Nelson Velasquez, and David Bodie round out the starting 9. It'll be Justin Steele on the mound for the Cubs today. And that's the batting order. Rock that will match up against left-hander Eric Lauer, who is very happy to turn the calendar from June to July.
Yeah, month of June, 5 starts for Lauer, 1-2 record, earned run average near 7. So he would like to be able to start afresh here in July. Last time out against the Rays, that was on the road. 4 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. He needed 92 pitches to pitch into the 5th. Making start number 3 career, or I should say start number 6 career against the Cubs. He's currently 1-1 against Chicago. Let's check out the defense behind Lauer here today. Got Yelich, Davis, McCutchen in the outfield. A different look on the infield. You got Brasso at third base, Adames Arias up the middle, Caratini at first, and Severino getting his first start as a Brewer back behind home plate.
80-game suspension, performance-enhancing drug suspension for Severino and his Brewers debut here today. 4-man umpiring crew. That's Stu Shearwater behind home plate. He'll call the balls and strikes. That's the crew chief there, Dan Bellino. He's at first base. Clint Vondrak is the second base umpire, new umpire to the big leagues, and Manny Gonzalez over at third, and all the pieces in place, and we're ready to go. Independence Day baseball from American Family Field. Lauer's first offering is a ball, and off we go. Brewers Cubs, first of a 3-game series. Christopher Morel starting things off for Chicago. He and Nico Horner have made a pretty good tandem up the middle. Shortstop second base combo has a foul ball for Lauer's first strike. Got a good live wire crowd here today, Rock. You could tell the roof is closed. It's going to be a little soupy inside American Family Field.
And loud.
But it is going to be loud.
That's a good thing. A lot of Cubs fans here, a lot of Brewers. Going to be great.
Always a great time, and it's certainly a marker on the schedule when you get to Memorial Day and 4th of July and then ultimately Labor Day. But at the exact halfway point of the schedule, the Brewers with a 2-game lead in the National League Central over the St. Louis Cardinals, who play the Atlanta Braves today. Brewers have not had a home game on the 4th of July in a few years. Got to go back to the 2018 season. That one misses, not by much. 3 balls and a strike to count.
Yeah, good to be home on 4th of July, and Eric Lauer would like to be able to command that fastball a little bit better than he had in the month of June. That's been the issue for him, getting too much of the plate, and when he tries to catch the edges, just missing and working behind in the count.
That one right down the middle. That's a good sign for Lauer. It means he's got some good life on his fastball. That one jumps through the strike zone.
Swing and miss rate way down in the month of June for Lauer as opposed to what it was early in the year.
And the 3-2 and a swing and a foul. Might have seen that note about Lauer. 31% swing and miss rate with the fastball. That's up there second best among starters who have qualified with fastball usage. Lauer does throw a cut fastball, kind of gets grouped into that category, the cutter and the sinker. Full count. Lead man for the Cubs here in inning number 1. And that one misses. I tell you, Stu Shearwater had a little flinch. I thought he was going to ring him up. Instead, it's ball 4. And a 7-pitch at bat ends up in a walk. Look like the home plate umpire here.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good pitch. I mean, that's a strike. That's got to be a strike. How do you take it, and how do you not call it a strike?
Got Rock's attention early.
I tell you, we saw a really good strike zone in yesterday's game in Pittsburgh. Nate Tomlinson, awesome.
All right, mark it down. See, Rock keeps a scouting report on the umpires, just like a good old catcher would do. Contreras takes a big rip at a fastball. This is the guy you got to be careful of. I mean, you build your game plan around Wilson Contreras.
Although the middle of this order has been pretty good as well, just not Contreras, but yeah, 13 homers, only 35 runs batted in, though.
Swing and a miss. Another fastball from Lauer, and it's quickly 0-2. Back-to-back heaters from the stylish left-hander, 27 years of age, Eric Lauer. Start number 15 of the year, and number 3 against the Cubs. He's coming off a start against the Rays in St. Petersburg. He could not get through 5 innings. Gave up 3 earned runs in 4 1/3. That one misses low.
Yeah, good news for Lauer, did not allow any home run balls. That has been a problem for him. In previous 3 starts, he allowed 8 long balls, but nothing against the Rays.
Got off to a great start, was dominant in April, carried it over to May, and then had all kind of issues in the month of June. Had an 8 earned run game against the Nationals in D.C. An ERA buster. Oh, I got him picked off. Caratini will run him to second. Now on the way back, an extra throw, and Lauer the catch and tag, and he wipes out a leadoff walk. That'll technically go down as a caught stealing. But Eric Lauer starts it and finishes it on a 1-3-4-1 putout.
Yeah, caught him sleeping over there at first base. Good move by Eric Lauer. He wasn't running. He just had a huge lead and just was flat-footed. It's going to go 1-3 to 2 to 1. Well, I should say 4-1.
Easy mistake to make. That's a catcher over there at first base.
Right.
Victor Caratini, who is playing the position for the first time since the 2019 season. We're going to get into that with Severino and Caratini as Lauer misses to Contreras. Comfortable at first base. Sophia's got more. She talked to Victor, and we'll get into that a little bit later in our broadcast. But the Brewers do have some options now, carrying 3 catchers now that Pedro Severino is back. That's a called strike 3. Caught him looking, caught him guessing, and Contreras is out. First strikeout for Lauer, and it's out number 2.
And that one had plenty of the plate, down and in, but got a lot of the white of the plate. Eric Lauer gets his first strikeout on a fastball in.
What kind of challenge is this for Pedro Severino to be back behind the plate catching these guys who he has not seen since spring training?
Well, I mean, these big league catchers does have big league time, and they catch on pretty quickly. I would imagine there was a lot of discussion with Omar Narvaez, Caratini. The 3 of them got together and started talking about what Eric Lauer likes to do, and then the scouting report with Chris Hook. Yeah, before the game, he's ready. I think too much is made of that.
Yeah.
In my mind, I think if you can call a game, you can figure it out pretty quickly.
Muscle memory. I would imagine he caught him a little bit in the bullpen, probably caught a side session knowing this day was coming. And of course he caught him all spring.
Yeah, right.
Severino did say it's the longest he's ever been away from the game, and I think everybody would be a little anxious about coming back after that kind of separation from the game. Served his time. Remember, he is not postseason eligible, Severino, but he will be used, and it is going to be interesting to see how he will be used. Left-handed starter on the mound for the Cubs. That figures to be a sweet spot for Severino in the lineup for Craig Counsell.
They get Caratini over there. Good day to get Rowdy Tellez off his feet. He's played a lot this year so far. Only Christian Yelich has played in more games than Rowdy Tellez.
2-2 pitch, and Happ, the switch hitter, fouls it away. Brewers sitting the lefties today. Colton Wong, Rowdy Tellez, Jace Peterson. They're all lined up over there together. Who we missing in that group? Narveson, that's who. I beg your pardon. Narvaez is who we're missing. There's a swing and a miss. Happ strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Lauer. Good start. Leadoff walk. Picked a runner off. Gets a couple of Ks. And now the Brewers coming to bat. Case for Lauer. Now Craig Counsell's Brew Crew ready to bat for the first time against left-hander Justin Steele. 4 games over 500 at home this year. Brewers been a little bit better on the road, coming off a 4-2 road trip as well. Potawatomi Hotel and Casino batting order for Counsell. He's got Yelich back in that leadoff spot where he has flourished this season. Willie Adames, Andrew McCutchen at the top. Mike Brasso in the cleanup spot with Luis Urias and Victor Caratini in the middle. Keston Hiura, Pedro Severino, and Johnny Davis round out the starting 9 for the Brewers against left-hander Justin Steele. Roxy, he's been going along pretty well lately.
Yeah, he did. He picked up a win against the Reds his last time out. 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. He walked 3. Last 5 starts for Steele, 2-0 and a 3.03 earned run average. He's a big-time ground ball guy. 60% ground balls.
Steele's been able to turn the corner as the weather has turned. As Yelich gets under that one, a high pop-up into shallow left. Happ will put it away for out number 1. Just missed it. Yelich.
Chris, the only batter in this game right now that's going to be batting left-handed.
Loaded up with right-handed batters. Caratini is a switch hitter. He will, of course, hit right-handed. But then you got a lot of lefties on that bench to call on, should you need it. Here's Willie Adames. He's got stars and stripes everywhere. Got the stars and stripes sleeves. Ian Contreras. Decorative. Man, look at that. You got fireworks on the socks, the shoes. He's all in, Willie Adames.
I'm digging it. Too bad we can't dress like that today.
Tell you.
I mean, I've got a red, white, and blue cowboy hat.
I've seen it.
Stars and stripes shirt.
I remember that. Nothing beats Daniel Vogelback's get up from last year, though. Wasn't that at Wrigley Field? He had like the jumper on him. Whatever that was.
Yeah.
He pulled it off.
Boy, Vogie had a great series against the Brewers in Pittsburgh.
Festive day today. Too bad the weather has just turned. Had a half a day to be outside, maybe on the lakes, maybe out by the pool or wherever you may be, golf course. But man, a big storm's rolling in here now. It is pouring outside.
Yep, so plenty of time to come in here. Roof buttoned up.
And Adames will draw the walk, so the Brewers with a base runner.
As Vin Scully used to say, pull up a chair. We're just getting started.
Oh, man. Did you bring your umbrella? Did you roll up your windows today, Rock?
I did, and I always bring an umbrella.
All right. We need the rain. Can't get to knee-high by the 4th of July without the rain. Are we there yet? Are we knee-high by the 4th of July?
The corn, right?
Yeah, the corn.
Yeah.
Not me. I was there like a couple of years ago.
And stopped.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Runner at first. What we can tell you is in these conditions, so the overall stats with the roof closed will indicate that it's a more pitcher-friendly ballpark. But I will remind you that that is because the roof is closed mostly when it's cold out, and you can only heat this place up 20 degrees. When it's like this, so it's 80 degrees outside, it's gonna, when everybody's in here, it's gonna be probably 85 degrees inside and humid, and the panels are open. It's like a vacuum going out to the alleys.
Yeah, it's going to jump today, I would imagine.
Great day to be a hitter. McCutchen pops this one up. Coming in from right field, Suzuki in his first game back from the IL. 2 pop-ups for outs for a ground ball pitcher. And 2 men are gone with Adames at first. Ballpark looks great. The playing surface here at American Family Field is superb. They've done such a great job. The grounds crew, and with the Brewers on the road trip, a little extra maintenance to tidy up a few areas. You would hardly know there were 2 concerts in the outfield.
Yeah, beautiful.
Earlier this year. They've done an amazing job. Kudos to all those men and women out there who have made the field look as it does and play as it does.
None better in the big leagues.
Mike Brasso in the cleanup spot today. First time he's hit cleanup for the Brewers, and on the ground, weird bounce, but Wisdom is there, and Steele works around a one-out walk. We're off and running here at American Family Field. 4th of July, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Cubs and Brewers, the I-94 rivalry.
The opening of the Brewers and the Cubs series, our quick trip to the clubhouse. We're getting our first look at how Craig Counsell might line up against left-handed pitching now that they have 3 catchers on their roster, with the return of Pedro Severino, who just completed his 80-game suspension, and Craig Counsell saying they just felt like this would be a good opportunity to get Severino a start. He just rejoined the team yesterday, and to have Victor Caratini over at first base. So for Pedro Severino, he spent all of his suspension in Arizona. He continued to work there, and I talked to Walker McKinven, who works with the pitchers and the catchers on the Brewers staff, and he said that they were really encouraged by the defensive work that Severino was able to do at spring training. It was a very similar program to what they did with Omar Narvaez, just dialing in on all the defensive work, framing and receiving, obviously getting to know the pitching staff as well. So he spent a lot of time with Rafael Neda and the Arizona staff there continuing that work, and then once he began his rehab assignment between AA and AAA, it was 12 games for him there. Walker said that he would go through the same feedback process and same assessment process that they would do with the catchers here at the major league level, just to continue to work on that defensive stuff, talk through the game planning and how he was catching. And he also spent some time there at first base. But Craig Counsell saying they're more comfortable putting Victor Caratini at first. It's a position that he came up in the minor leagues, has played major league time there as well. So we'll see how this goes. But Craig Counsell saying they'll kind of go start to start with how they want to line things up with these 3 catchers.
Yeah, I failed to talk about Walker. I mean, he has a big lot to say about, the scouting reports for the pitchers against the opposing hitters, and for the Brewer hitters against whoever's starting that particular day. So he gets a lot of credit for the success of the pitching staff. But all 3 of these catchers, I mean, they're involved in every single one of these meetings, whether they're catching or not.
Walker McKinven there. You got to give Charlie Green a lot of credit as well, who handles the catchers throughout the organization. And 3 catchers in a revolving door at this point. Lauer facing Seiya Suzuki, lead man for the Cubs here in the 2nd inning. Suzuki has been out with a finger injury. Been out since late May. He sprained his left ring finger, and he shoots out into right center, but right there is Davis for out number 1.
Had him played perfectly, didn't they? Kind of an easy jog over into the gap. He didn't have far to go because it was shaded over there.
Every ball club that comes in here dealing with injuries. Rockman, did you catch the Cubs injured list roster?
Well, they got what, 14 or 15 guys?
14. Now that Suzuki is back, David Ross has dealt with a ton of injuries, including some of his best starting pitchers and a whole crew of starting pitchers. Alec Mills and Drew Smiley. Marcus Stroman's out with a shoulder injury. Wade Miley, the former Brewer, has been on the IL with a shoulder injury. Frank Schwindel is out with a back injury. They just put Jason Hayward on the injured list. Right knee problem there.
He had just come off when the Brewers went to Wrigley. Yeah, I mean, every team's going through it. The Brewers have had 19 different players on the injured list this year.
I'll tell you, it's a good opportunity, though, especially for an organization like the Cubs right now. They're hoping this is going to be a quick rebuild, but they're giving some guys chances. They've been very pleased with Nico Hoerner at shortstop. Hoerner and Christopher Morel have turned out to be a nice little keystone combo for the Cubs. Hoerner hitting .309 coming into play. And Hoerner takes a strike.
Yeah, Nico Hoerner and Ian Happ have been pretty consistent this year. And the success of Hoerner at short has put Andrelton Simmons on the bench quite a bit.
And Hoerner gets under one, lifts it high in the air. Shallow left. Adames waving off Yelich. And he'll put it away for out number 2. Well, Eric Lauer off to a good start. He's helped the Brewers play well. Brought to you by the Live Well app from Aurora Healthcare. His start against the Cubs on April 30th, Rock. 7 innings. He got the win and struck out 11 in that game.
Yeah, just amazing stuff to start the year. I mean, he was unhittable in the month of April. That was all part of a month of April. For 4 starts, 2-0 record, a 193 earned run average, big strikeouts, didn't walk hardly anybody. Only 5 walks, 34 punch-outs in the month of April. Much different, though, in June, so he's looking for a turnaround here in July.
That was that window for Lauer. He struck out 13 against the Phillies in Philadelphia on April 24th, and then he came back with 11 Ks against the Cubs. Patrick Wisdom sends one skyward, and there's Adames again. Nice and easy. 3 up and 3 down, all 3 outs in the air for Eric Lauer. 2 scoreless in the books for the lefty. Brewers are coming up. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, scoreless at American Family Field. And we're pleased to be joined on this 4th of July by Brandon Woodruff. The Big Woo has put a headset on for us. Is Little Woo in the ballpark today, Brandon? That's all we want to know about.
I think she's getting up from a nap very soon, so she'll be here probably second half of the game. But yeah, she loves coming to the ballpark.
She's becoming the most famous Woodruff. There's a Willie Adames sighting.
Hey, you see the camera?
hunting.
You know where it's at.
Tell
I
him
ain't gotta
nice
tell
catches
you.
on those pop-ups.
Yeah, nice catch on the pop-up there, Willie. Look, he just wants to see the camera. He don't care about talking.
He's got an amazing outfit going today.
He does. Very stylish.
Yeah, he looks good.
I'm always curious seeing you as Arias grounds one to short. And Holder will make the play. Let's talk about your day yesterday,
Yeah.
Brandon. There are a lot of reasons why we have you on, but that was up front. 6 shutout innings, your second game back, 2 starts on the road trip, man, and you look strong. And are you healthy once again? Do you have the feeling back in your fingers?
Yeah, the warm weather helps. I think it's something so unknown to, really, baseball players, but I think it's just something I got to manage, and the warm weather helps. And I did see an article where Will Salmon wrote about Tom Glavine having this and how he dealt with it, and everything that he said in that article I've basically come across. And it's very weird. It just happened out of nowhere, and I didn't really know exactly what was going on. But once I got it figured out, now it's just kind of managing it, and the warm weather helps.
Yeah, you were really throwing the baseball well even before the injury, Brandon. But
Yeah.
coming off the injured list, man, no walks, 18 punch-outs. You got to be feeling pretty good. The fastball's there for you, but that changeup that you had developed, it's an incredible pitch for you.
Yeah, the two different fastballs and the changeup's always kind of been what I do, and that's a base of what I do. And the breaking stuff is always been some pitches that I've worked extremely hard on, and they've gotten a lot better over the years. And I'm just trying to get as many weapons as I can. But you know what? The changeup has been a big pitch for me this year. I've tried to use it, in the right situations. And, and yesterday they had a heavy left-handed lineup, so I really had to put it into play.
What were some of the things you were able to do to keep yourself in shape? You had the ankle injuries, so you really couldn't run. So how were you able to keep yourself ready and be ready to make starts in the big leagues after almost a month?
Yeah, just a lot of stuff in the weight room, a lot of stuff to get the heart rate up, and just try to simulate as much as I could pitching in the game. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's you can't replicate what goes on out there in a Major League Baseball game, but you can do everything you can to get close to that, and we were able to do that in between. And once I got out for the rehab starts and kind of got some innings under my belt and got my feet under me a little bit, I think once I got back up here, I was able to kind of just roll right into it.
Brandon, you mentioned with 2 outs here, so I'll throw this out to you quickly, but you mentioned that going down to Appleton and making that drive up there to pitch, and that kind of gave you a different perspective. Can you explain what you meant by that?
No, it was fun. So, man, when I'm pitching, I'm so focused on trying to do my job, and I get there and it's a sold-out crowd, and I run out, and for one, I had 2 different colored. I had my cream pants on. I had a little bit of wardrobe malfunction before I went out, and had a white jersey on, and get out there, and there's a little league team there, and they're all chanting my name, and they're Woody, what, and I'm not used to that, like that up close and personal. So when I started warming up, I kind of got out of my comfort zone a little bit and was giving them high fives and just having fun with it. And then going out before the game, they do the anthem right before first pitch. So they had some kids come out, and you know what, they come out and run out there, and their eyes were just so big, and I looked down and just had some fun with them, and gave one kid a ball, and he loved it so much, and it just kind of it puts everything back into perspective. We get to do this for our job, but at the end of the day, it's a kids game, and honestly, I think that was good for me, just to have a little bit of fun out there and just relax a little bit.
Well, and it makes you realize too, you're the main attraction. You're the headliner.
Yeah.
You're a guy that everybody wants to see. Thank you, Woody. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Good stuff with Brandon Woodruff as Hira strikes out to end the inning. A 1-2-3 frame. Always fun to visit with the Big Woo, and he's pitching well, and he'll be back on the mound here at AmFam Field coming up this weekend against the Pirates.
A summer day at the ballpark as the Brewers play the Chicago Cubs once again this Wednesday. It's another Kids and Seniors Day. Get 50% off tickets for all kids 14 and under and seniors 60 plus. Get half price seats at brewers.com/tickets.
Great crowd on hand today. Be pushing 40,000 on this Independence Day. 3 o'clock local start. Afternoon affairs. The rain falls outside. Good day to settle in, get in your living room, have some fun, watch the Brew Crew today. Lauer's off to a good start. 2 scoreless. He walked the first batter he faced, picked him off, and then struck out the next 2. He then went 1, 2, 3 in the second inning. So he's retired 5 in a row. He's faced the minimum. Yan Gomes starts it for Chicago. Gomes and Contreras kind of going back and forth in that DH/catcher role. Contreras was the designated hitter yesterday. He's been nursing a little bit of a sore back. But today it's Gomes in as the designated hitter. And a swing and a miss. That fastball's jumping for Lauer today.
Yeah, Gomes, another guy that was on the injured list when the Brewers were at Wrigley last time they were there.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count, and Gomes takes one and off the plate. Gomes, longtime Cleveland Indian. Most recently with the A's. He was with Oakland last season, had a few years with the Nationals. Was an all-star as a member of the Indians. Little tapper, nice and easy for Severino. Fires one over to first, and there is one away.
Kind of reminds you a lot of Jonathan Lucroy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, his build and his mannerisms, the way he stands up there at the plate. Good defensive catcher. Another good pitch by Lauer. Just beats it into the ground. Good play by Severino to get the out.
All smiles, trying to reacclimate himself to the ball club. Severino. First pitch curveball in there from Lauer. Nelson Velasquez, Cubs center fielder. Oh, and 2 the count. Velasquez getting some playing time here with Hayward on the injured list. 23-year-old prospect. He was the MVP of the Arizona Fall League this past fall. Hit a bunch of homers earlier this season, 15 of them between AA and AAA. So he takes a ball high. So he gets his chance, and that's kind of been the theme for the Cubs. Players know they're going to get a shot. Cubs are hoping they can flip this quickly and become a contender again next season. They've got the makings of a pretty good pitching staff and a whole slew of position players that are starting to settle in on now. I think the big question, Rock, is will Wilson Contreras be a Cub after the trade deadline? Kyle Hendricks, David Robertson in that bullpen. How many people do they move? Uh-oh. That ball is launched. Not coming back. Velasquez knocks one out of here. The Cubs have a lead. This guy hit a bunch of homers in the minors. He's got some pop.
Gave Evan a pretty good ride on a 1-2 pitch. Way back, a slider. And that was in on him and pulled the hands in, and that was a no-doubter.
Cubs strike first. Velasquez with his first home run.
And that slider didn't do much, did it? I mean, trying to get it down and in. And missed his spot, kind of a spinner up there, and he got good extension on it. Rode it on out of here. That was actually a 2-2 pitch.
He was always going to remember that one, his first big league homer. Comes at American Family Field on the 4th of July. And I'm sure the negotiation will begin for that baseball. David Bodie now hitting 9th in this Cubs order.
Home run ball has been an issue for Eric as of late. 9 home runs now in 4 of his last 5 starts.
And Lauer's given up 17 this season, which passes his mark from last year in an entire season. One and two the count on Bodie. Not often you see a first baseman hit 9th. You see that more these days as Bodie strikes out. There is strikeout number 3, and Lauer's getting a lot of whiffs on the fastball. That is 8 swings and misses at the fastball. First time through the batting order for Lauer.
Up in his 3rd strikeout. 2nd strikeout swinging. Pitch a little bit off the outside corner. And the mistake with the slider, but the fastball has been a good pitch for him. The fastball, the 4-seamer and cutter. He'll throw a curveball. Not too many changeups. Only 2 changeups his last time out against the Rays.
Back to the top of the order now. Christopher Morel takes a strike. Dropped a curveball in that time. And another swing and a miss.
Didn't like that location, did he? So the way he turned his head back to the outfield, saying, I can't believe they missed that. Right down the middle.
It's a big stat for Lauer early in the season. 35% whiff rate on the fastball, and he was rolling. And he's got it going today. They're missing the fastball, the breaking ball, the little slider that hung, cost him a run. Velasquez, his first big league home run, and the Cubs strike first here in game 1 of this series. Toyota, let's go places. By Cousin Subs, believe in better. And by West Bend, the silver lining. Cubs strike first here this afternoon. Nelson Velasquez solo home run, his first big league homer. It was a no-doubter. And 1-0 Chicago as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Brewers coming up. It'll be Pedro Severino, Jonathan Davis, and then to the top of the order, Christian Yelich. Severino's first at bat as a Brewer. Justin Steele with a couple of strikeouts to end the 2nd inning. Had a 1-2-3 inning with 2 Ks. Extreme ground ball pitcher, and that has been more so the case as the calendar turned to the summer months in June. Of course, his first start in July.
Yeah, 60% ground ball percentage. starting in June 1st. And he will get the strikeouts, averaging almost a strikeout per inning.
He and Lauer both work quickly. Their position players behind him appreciate that. Those are the numbers. So a bad start to the year for Steele, but he is really rounded into form as the weather has warmed up. To be a ground ball pitcher at Wrigley Field in the summertime is a must. That's a good way to have success.
This is his 4th start against the Brewers already this year.
2-2 pitch. Severino takes a ball high. Severino hit lefties well last season as a member of the Orioles. Last 3 years in Baltimore, and then was a national prior to that. But last year was first time in his career he played every day, or was over 400 plate appearances. And he's a hitter. Hit .248 last year with 11 homers, 46 runs driven in. Gives you some punch with the bat behind the plate. Bouncing ball, and nice play by Bodie. And he'll take it to the bag for out number 1. Well, here comes Jonathan Davis, and you're still seeing his highlight all over the highlight shows. One of the great plays you will ever see. Randy Arozarena at the plate, and Davis with a full-out Jim Edmonds going into the wall. That was something else.
How hard he hit that wall with his shoulder and his head. And finished the inning, but came out of the game. But he was all right.
Amazing that he did not sustain more injuries. It was a scary-looking crash into the wall. But I'll tell you, he certainly earned the respect of his teammates. Not that he hadn't earned it already, but you make a play like that, put your body out there for an out.
And not just that, not just making a play, but staying in the game.
Steele strikes out Davis quickly on 3 pitches. His 3rd K. And he's retired 7 in a row now.
Good breaking pitch right on the outside corner. Not a whole lot Davis can do about that. That's a good pitch, a curveball.
Back to the top of the order here is Christian Yelich. Since moving to the leadoff spot, that was on June 8th, Yelich has started to produce once again. His average, his on-base percentages have had big boosts. So it covers the last 24 games. He's raised his average 32 points. Raised his on-base percentage 32 points from 316 to 348.
And probably no coincidence that the Brewers are starting to score some runs. Yelich getting on base. I mean, he's a stolen base threat. I mean, you gap one, he's going to be able to score from first.
53 runs scored. That's top 5 in the National League. And a swing and a miss.
That's basically all a manager can do to help his offense, right? Move guys around different spots in the batting order to certainly energize not just Christian Yelich, but the entire Brewers offense.
You look at his numbers league-wide. So since moving into that leadoff spot, he's got 31 hits. That is the most among leadoff hitters since that date, that demarcation date when he went in to the leadoff spot on June 8th. Full count, 2 outs here. And Yelich spoils 1 foul.
Craig Counsell, once Colton Wong came back from the injured list, got him back in the lineup in the 5 spot the last couple of days.
5 spot looks like a second leadoff spot when you're hitting behind Rowdy Tellez. Or somebody with some pop. That's the idea anyway.
Yeah, he'll clear the bases.
3-2. Yelich breaks his bat. 1 hopper to Bodie. And Steele is rolling along here. 3 scoreless innings, only 1 walk. He's got 3 Ks. 1-0 Cubs as we go to the 4th. As Homer. Hey, summer should be safe and fun. We all know that. Kids get both at Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Milwaukee. Visit bgcmilwaukee.org to register today. Can't beat summer fun in the great state of Wisconsin. Prime time to be here this time of year. 4th of July, Summerfest going on. Man, a big fireworks show last night. Summerfest will resume on Thursday. Contreras, first ball swinging. A roof scraper out there. Davis makes the play for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out. Gives us a chance to send it down to Sophia Minard. You got a Victor Caratini update. I know you had a chance to talk to him, Sophia.
Yeah, he's playing first base here for the first time this season, but it's a position that he's very comfortable with. When he was drafted by the Atlanta Braves in 2013, he was drafted as an infielder, and so his first couple of years in the minor leagues, he played primarily first base and third base, also played those positions in winter ball in his home country of Puerto Rico, and then it was 2014 he was traded to the Cubs and was converted to a catcher. So over the course of his career, 60 games overall for him at first. He's made 23 starts there, and when he was with the Cubs, he spent a lot of time playing over there at first base when Anthony Rizzo was dealing with some injuries. So he said he'd often go over there as well on double switches, but he said he loves getting work over there, and he said his favorite position is actually still shortstop. He says before the games he loves going out there taking ground balls with Willie Adames, loves being in the infield, but he's such a great catcher as well that he'll primarily get his playing time there. But we talked about it earlier, while they're carrying the 3 catchers on the roster right now, we might see some different defensive alignments, and Caratini at first is going to be one of them.
Well, easy transition for Caratini. I mean, catching to first base. I haven't made 38 starts at first base in my career.
That's a different level athlete we're talking about with you. You know, we're not asking that out of everybody.
I'm just saying it's not as much of a major transition as you would think.
That's down the line. Fair ball just past the dive of Brasso and into second base as he had Happ. Sounded like he might have broken his bat, but he's able to find a spot. Happ with an extra base hit, and a runner on in scoring position here with 1 out. See where that got him on the bat. It sounded a little clunky.
Yeah, got it down on the trademark just a little bit. Able to tuck it inside the line, just out of the reach of Brasso at third, and looked like that was the cutter. Yeah, that stayed out over the plate just enough for Ian Happ to hit it hard.
So Happ, who's been hot, having one of his best seasons now. He's at second with 1 out for Seiya Suzuki. 1-0 Cubs here in the 4th. I think for Caratini, the most important thing is that he's in the lineup. I mean, this is a guy that just loves to play the game. He's from Puerto Rico. He's from Ponce in Puerto Rico. Played his college ball in Miami. And as Sophia mentioned, he was a shortstop. So he's comfortable around the infield.
Hitting around 250. He's got 6 homers.
He's done a great job. You got to give the Brewers front office credit for the quick move. Severino went out with the PED suspension, an 80 gamer right at the end of spring training, and the Brewers baseball ops had to go make a quick deal to try to get Caratini in play.
He had to scramble quickly, right?
He was here. No spring training games for Caratini, and you would never know it. He's fit right in. I mean, he from day one, he looked like, sounded like, felt like he belonged with this team, and he loves being here. And I'm sure he loves matching up against his old team, the Cubs.
And he caught on quickly with the pitching staff. I mean, he's a professional. I mean, he's been in the big leagues a while, and it doesn't take these guys long. You have to understand what a pitcher wants to do. They do their homework.
Lauer misses down and into Suzuki.
And he's a lot better defensively than you would ever anticipate. Unless you see him on a regular basis like we have as a member of the Brewers, he's really solid defensively, good throwing arm, blocks the ball well, good receiver of pitches, and that's something you really didn't notice before when you saw him every now and again.
It's his first start at first base since he was a Cub back in 2019. He's had some games there, Sophia mentioned. So that'll be interesting to watch, and I think the versatility of all those players, specifically Caratini's versatility to play first, will give them an extra bat with Severino. I'm sure there was some discussion about Severino playing first base. He did play some first base in the minor leagues as he was coming off suspension and preparing to be reinstated. But why put a guy who's new at the position over there when you have somebody who's comfortable?
Plus, you got to get Severino in the wheel a little bit. You know, get him to get a start behind home plate, get his feet wet a little bit, and so far calling a pretty good game for Lauer.
Fly ball into right field, got some carry. McCutchen back on it, just shy of the track. Tagging at second is Happ. It's the second out of the inning, and now the Cubs with a runner at third. Gives us a chance to hear a quick word from our friends at Feldco.
Swing into savings with 2-for-1 windows from Feldco. Feldco, improving lives one home at a time.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Brings up Nico Horner now with 2 outs. A bear down moment early for Eric Lauer. Giving up a home run last inning to Velasquez. 2 outs, runner at third. Horner popped it up in the second. Little pop up to short. Ooh, big swing by Horner. Man, did he let it rip that time.
Yeah, look where that pitch ended up. I mean, literally right down the middle.
Something about his fastball today, Rock. This looks like what we saw in April and May.
Yeah, that's the 4-seamer too. Can't believe he missed it.
11 swings and misses on the fastball, and he's using it often. Fastball velocity averaging just a tick over 93. And another one. Man, right down the heart. Let's try one more and see what happens.
That's got to be the issue for Eric. I mean, right now it seems like he's been able to get that ball by the Cubs, but there have been games where that fastball down the middle has been hit hard.
Runner at third, 2 outs. Nico Horner has cut right through 2 fastballs, and Lauer deals, and he makes contact this time. He fouls it away.
Misses 2 fastballs right down the middle and makes contact on the pitch away off the plate.
Go figure. It's like when you play golf with Rock, you stand right in the middle of the fairway. It's the safest place to be on the golf course. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Stuck with the fastball right down the fairway, Rock. He's in no trouble there. A strikeout to end the inning, stranding a runner at third base. 5 Ks for Eric Lauer. Brewers coming up, bottom of the fourth.
Becca Eggers coming to you from Arlington, Virginia, where we're delivering the Army's new personnel and pay system. I want to send a shout out to my family and friends back in Wisconsin. Go Brewers, claws up.
Hi, I'm Brigadier General Andy Clark from Pewaukee, Wisconsin, currently serving as the commander of the 380th Air Expeditionary Wing at Al Dhafra Air Base in the United Arab Emirates. I want to say hi to my family back home and all over Wisconsin. Go Brew Crew.
Good to hear from those folks. We salute you all, and thanks to all of our servicemen and women watching today's broadcast.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank you for our freedoms that we enjoy. We're able to get to the ballpark every day and enjoy baseball because of all your sacrifices and the sacrifices of your families.
Willie Adames takes a strike from Steele, and Willie, that face tells it all. One of the more expressive players. He'll let you know what he's thinking. Brewers trail 1-0. It was a third inning home run by Nelson Velasquez. Cubs center fielder, the rookie, his first big league homer. Steele delivers, and Adames out in front. Down he goes.
Pretty good slider.
Strikeout number 4 for Justin Steele.
Been one over the minimum for this guy. I mean, he's dealing. I mean, picking up right where he's left off. His last 5 starts have been really good. So add this start to that mix. Slider out of the strike zone. Good block by Contreras.
And McCutchen steps out on him. Second time around here for the Brewers against Steele. Andrew McCutchen, he flew out to right his last time up. McCutchen's been swinging a good bat. Last 25 games, hitting .347 with an OPS of .968 on the first pitch here. Bouncer to third, and Wisdom takes care of McCutchen for out number 2.
They tried to pull that slider, but the one thing that McCutchen's been doing such a good job of lately is hitting the ball where it's pitched. I mean, line to line, left field line down toward the right field line. No one way to pitch him, no one way to defend him.
Two up, two down. That's 10 in a row retired by Steele. It's only face one over the minimum. He walked Adames in the first. That's been it. Mike Brasso now. Brasso has not hit in the cleanup spot very often in his big league career, but he has had some success in that spot with the Rays and now in the fourth spot for the Brewers. If you're into such things as batting order splits, whatever it takes. He's got 10 hits in 11 starts in the cleanup spot, including 3 homers in 11 games. Flies this one to shallow right. Long run in for Suzuki. And this is going to be another quick inning for Justin Steele. 8-pitch inning. And the Brewers go in order in the fourth. 1-0 Cubbies. We go to the 5th inning. Cubs coming up.
The Cubs with a 1-0 lead as we head to the 5th. And this summer, the Brewers and Major League Baseball have partnered with digital innovation leader EverFi to offer Summer Slugger, a program to address the summer slide in education. This online experience is available at no cost to individuals and organizations. If you want to learn more and get signed up, you can go to summerslugger.com/Brewers.
All right, good stuff, Sophia. Thank you for that. Eric Lauer back on the mound. We go to the 5th inning. Cubs coming up. Patrick Wisdom will start it. Wisdom, Yan Gomes, and Nelson Velasquez. Velasquez home run in the 3rd inning, the only blemish on Lauer's line. And Wisdom turns that one around quickly. Wisdom hit 28 homers last year. Broke Chris Bryant's Cubs rookie record with those 28 homers. Bryant now a member of the Colorado Rockies. Traded to the Giants last season. A swing and a miss.
Bryant's had some injury issues this year.
Yeah. Rock, this is about the time when those trade rumors started to really swirl and intensify a season ago. Anthony Rizzo traded away, and Javi Baez, and then of course Chris Bryant, all gone.
And you wonder who it's going to be for the Cubs, if anybody, this year. I imagine Wilson Contreras is going to get some interest around baseball. He's having a good year.
Contreras looks like he's headed back to an All-Star game. Might be there with his brother.
Right.
From the Atlanta Braves. Backup catcher / DH. He's getting a lot of DH votes right now. Wilson Contreras did say publicly that he wants to stay in Chicago. He wants to be a part of the next wave. Was very emotional about it. Emphatic. Does not want to leave what is his home. Check to swing. And Wisdom draws a leadoff walk here in the 5th inning. Fans don't like that one. Thought he went around. Let's hear a quick word from Potawatomi. So a leadoff walk. Lauer issued a leadoff walk in the first inning to Christopher Morel, then he picked him off. Now he's got Yan Gomes looking for that ground ball. Swing and a miss. Man, it is right down the middle.
I know, and they're missing him.
Not even close. That'd be the last. I mean, if you gave up a homer on a pitch like that, Rock would say something to the effect of, you know, you just can't leave him there.
They can't leave it down the middle like that. But every time he's been throwing it down the middle, you don't know how long that's going to last. Cubs are swinging right through it. There it is again.
And fouled back.
I mean, you're talking about, you know, center cut right down the middle. As Bob Uecker would say, right down Wisconsin Avenue.
And it is right down in there. Coming up empty. Quickly 0-2. Fouls that one away. I saw Bob today. Had a good chat with Uke. He's all decked out in his stars and stripes. Former member of the United States Army.
Always good to see Uke after coming off the road trips.
If you ever are in a conversation with Bob Uecker, and if you ask him, did you serve in the armed forces? He goes, yeah, I was on our side. Good to see Uke.
I've never heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'd heard them all.
I was on our side. And then he stone faces you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't laugh. He just stares at you. Pat Hughes in the ballpark today. Cubs radio play-by-play man. One of the OGs, one of the original Bob Uecker partners. Longtime Brewers play-by-play man. That's a jam shot into left center field. Long run in. Yelich with those long strides. Makes the play for out number 1. One away, runner at first. And it'll be Nelson Velasquez, who popped his first big league homer in the 3rd inning. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. You saw the reaction by Lauer. He knew it, and there was no doubt about this one, partner.
Number 8 hitters against the Brewers this week have done some damage. Remember Michael Perez with the Pirates? A 3-homer game out of the number 8 spot in the batting order. And now Velasquez.
15 homers in the minors. His first as a big leaguer. Lauer trying to get him on the ground here. He's a fast runner. He's got to hit one right at an infielder to turn it up. What was amazing about Perez's 3-homer game, the Pirates had 3 of those in June.
Right.
In the same month.
In like 10 days, I think. 10 or 11 days.
Unbelievable.
And 2 of them on back-to-back games. Brian Reynolds hit 3 home runs against the Nationals, and the next day Perez hit 3 home runs against the Brewers.
Brewers able to split with the Pirates 2-2. Swept the 2-game series against the Rays, so a 4-2 road trip. And they come home to start a homestand up 2 games in the Central Division. Halfway through the year. Exactly. 81 games in the books. The Brewers are 46-35. And a 2-game lead over the Cardinals.
Yep, right where they want to be. The travel schedule is going to really turn positive for the Brewers. A lot of home games coming up August and September.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Runner at first is Wisdom. And a swing and a foul. Another one down the middle. Telling you might want to go for a game plan. It's risky, but that's where Lauer's having all the success.
Well, if it's a game plan, Severino's setting up on the corners.
Oh, that's just he's just playing possum back there. He's trying to deke him rock.
Yeah. Little subterfuge going on.
See what he gives him here. He homered on a slider. 1-2 pitch. Fastball missed. 2-2 now. Two. Fouled it back. Man, left that one down the middle too. That was a curveball. Velasquez got a good cut at it. This is a supremely confident young player here, Nelson Velasquez. He's had a lot of success in the minor leagues. And then you go win the MVP in the Arizona Fall League, you've done something. Those are the best prospects in the game, all gathered in Arizona. It's a pretty cool league if you're ever out in the Phoenix area in the fall. You'll get some of the top prospects from multiple teams on the same team, so it's not like the Brewers have just one team. You may get 3 or 4 different organizations that make up one Arizona Fall League team, so you can see a lot of great young talent. There's a direct line from that league to the big leagues. Full count. Inning started with a walk. And Wisdom still over there. Couple of shakes. Lauer's got the one he wants. 3-2 the count. See if Wisdom runs. Long pause here. Wisdom stays put, and a swing and a miss. He got him. Where was that pitch, Rock?
That was fastball, outer half, not quite right down the middle, but pretty close. 93 miles an hour by Lauer. Yeah, I guess it was right down the middle.
6 strikeouts for Lauer. I don't think I've ever seen as many swings and misses at pitches in the center quadrant.
Right. Keep doing it.
Here's David Bodie now. Runner at first, 2 away. Big looping curveball in for a strike. Good to land that one. See, Lauer's got a good sweat going. It is hot down on the field.
Right.
Roof is closed up. Hot and humid.
Been raining.
I wonder if when we say that, if Sophia just laughs at us. Because there's a pretty strong air condition blowing right on our backs up here in the booth.
Yep, and the breeze machine.
Sophia, however, down there on the field.
Well, Rock can't work a day game without the breeze machine. The breeze machine is the real MVP when the roof is closed.
Breeze machine is cooking right now.
20 years old, still cooking. He's right, still working.
Sending all the Rock's person right over here this way to the left.
Right where it should be.
Good to be back with you, partner.
Yeah,
and you too, Sophia. One and two the count on Bodie. Cubs with the runner at first, and Lauer deals, just missed. It has been a swing and a miss kind of game for Lauer. 17 already. That matches his third most swings and misses in a single game this year. The other came against these Cubs back in April. And there's another one added too. 18 swings and misses. He's got another strikeout, 7 for Lauer. Works around an opening walk and gets back-to-back Ks to win the inning. So Lauer, he's given up the homer, but he's settled in. He's through 5, just 1 run. See if the Brewer bats can get it going for him.
Cubs as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning here at American Family Field. Hey, collect another All-Star bobblehead at the game on Sunday, July 10th. The Brewers give the first 35,000 ticketed fans a Freddie Peralta bobble. That's presented by Chevrolet. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
Feels like a Freddie Peralta update is imminent. Here is Luis Urias. He shows bunt, and he was able to check that bunt, pulled the bat back in time. No swing. Ball one on a slider from Steele to start the Brewer half of the 5th inning. Brewers trying to solve the riddle of Justin Steele. Slows one down. Urias takes another slider.
Trying to throw that slider a lot. His last time out. Last start for Steele. Only threw 15 sliders, but 8 of them for strikes. He had 84 pitches against the Reds his last start. 65 of them were fastballs.
He's looking like a mainstay. And if the Cubs are able to flip this quickly like they hope, he'll certainly be a part of it. There's a strike. Got a fastball in there. Urias had a terrific road trip. Hit for power. Took one off the C-ring there in Tropicana Field. Here's the 2-2. And he shoves one fair inside the bag. Urias makes a turn. He's on his way to second. And he'll belly flop with a double. Defensive swing. He got jammed, but able to muscle one down the line. And the Brewers finally have their first hit of the afternoon.
And Luis Urias doing a good job pulling the hands in. Well, they always say there's more hits on the handle than there are on the end of the bat. So weight back. Put a good swing on it. That looked like the slider or cutter, one of the two. I think it was a cutter. See how deep that ball got into the hitting zone, and Urias got on top of it and just bounced it inside the bag at first. Well done. Leadoff double for the Brewers.
He's had great success against the Cubs here. 8 doubles now against Chicago, and Caratini trying to do the same. Fouls that one away. Make a play. Kept it in front. It's acceptable. The former Cub hoping to do some damage to his old team here, Victor Caratini. The Brewers' first baseman today for the first time. Caratini, a switch hitter. Cubs scored on a home run in the 3rd. Velasquez. Now the Brewers with their first real chance. Brewers had a 1-out base runner in the 1st inning on a walk. Adames. He never got off first. That double by Urias snaps a string of 11 in a row, retired by Steele. Caratini last time up struck out. A swinging strike 3. Steele delivers, and Caratini goes down again. Same pitch, and slider got him.
Yeah, good slider down and in. Brewers are having an awfully difficult time figuring that pitch out. Well, he throws it out of the same arm slot. And trying to center on that pitch. Not able to do much with it.
That feels more curvy to me.
Yeah.
He calls it a slider. It's listed as a slider. But it's got curveball velocity in the way he releases the ball.
It's all about the speed. I mean, if he throws a little bit harder, it's going to act more like a slider. Takes a little off. Curveball. He's got a fastball, curveball, changeup. He has not thrown a single changeup yet.
Keston Hiura with one away, strikeout victim in the second inning, and he comes up empty. Another breaking pitch, same spot. First two pitches against Hiura, those two sliders that are in for strikes. Urias, a runner at second base. Oh, I hit him, drilled him, man. On an 0-2 pitch, breaking ball got away from him, and Keston Hiura will reach at a price though.
Yeah, you heard that one. That had to hurt right on the knee, inside of the knee, somewhere like that. Got bone.
Stood in there and took it. Man. Take a listen here. Sounded closer to a bat.
And everything really tight right there. I mean, the foot was down, it was planted, and there's no give to that leg when that ball hit him in the knee.
So an opportunity here. And now Pedro Severino with 2 on and 1 out. What a spot for Severino. You just hope that the 1-2 is not too strong here for Severino. You know he is eager to make some contributions. First game as a Brewer. And he swings and misses. 0-2 the count on Severino. Steele just looks like he's in control. He and Keegan Thompson are a big part of the Cubs' future on the mound. Thompson pitched yesterday. The Brewers are gonna miss him in this series.
Yeah, they're stepping up right at the right time. All the veteran starters for the Cubs are hurt, just about all of them except for Kyle Hendricks.
There's Wade Miley, former Brewer. He's out with a shoulder injury. He's up and out. Must know we're talking about him. He's one of the great guys right there. Did a good job for the Brewers. Here's a 1-2. Severino strikes out. Got him chasing. 2 gone. 6 Ks for Steele.
Well, there's been a lot of swings and misses on both sides today. Yeah, that pitch just at the top of the strike zone, maybe a little bit too close to take. 93 miles an hour.
Now 2 men are out. 9th place hitter Jonathan Davis. One ball, 1 strike.
Steele's got these Brewers looking slider and almost got the fastball right down the middle, 92 miles an hour. Almost got it by him. Didn't really get the bat head out. Big emphasis on the slider for Steele. Second time through the Brewers batting order.
Spotting it well too. Brewers are a team that see a lot of pitches as a group. High on base percentage team. Steele going right after him though. Davis takes a strike. Dropped a little breaking ball in the outside corner. Davis playing in his 11th game in the big leagues this year. He had been in AAA Nashville.
Getting a lot of playing time with Hunter Renfroe on the injured list, Tyrone Taylor on the concussion list.
One-two pitch, and he got him. A strikeout to end the inning. Brewers get an opportunity. They cannot do anything with it. Leadoff double and a one-out walk. Both runners left stranded. Steele still has a shutout going. Momentum changer. What's the best pitch in baseball? Apparently it's the fastball right down the middle of the plate for Eric Lauer today.
Well, he calls it the zoom ball, and it's been zooming today. I mean, he's doing a good job. I'm not going to say good job locating it, but a good job getting it by these Cubs hitters. I mean, look at all the fastballs right down the middle that the Cubs are swinging and missing on, and something about the delivery. He's got good finish on that fastball. Just keep it going, Eric.
No question. Maybe he wants to throw it down the middle. So with all of that, he starts Christopher Morel with a curveball. He's been able to land that first pitch curveball. Morel first to swing at it. 7 Ks across 5 innings for Lauer. Meanwhile, Justin Steele with 7 Ks through his first 5 innings. And he just struck out 3 in the 5th. Brewers have a nice homestand here. 3 against the Cubs. Don't forget, Wednesday's game is a 1:10 first pitch. 12:30 on the air. Bally Sports, Wisconsin. Brewers live. There's another swing and a miss. 2-2 the count.
Brewers have an off day on Thursday. And then the Buccos, the Pirates, come in town.
Yep, 3-game series against the Pirates Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday a 3:10 first pitch, Sunday a 1:10 first pitch. So a lot of day baseball on this homestand. Yeah, swing and a miss. He got another K. Where was that one, Rock?
Down the middle. Just amazing. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
8 strikeouts for Eric Lauer.
I mean, he's amazed, I think, himself. I mean, he's upset with a lot of the location that he's, putting these fastballs in. And, I mean, they're literally right down the middle. You saw Severino setting up on the outside corner.
Well, don't do that against Contreras. That one's on the corner. Contreras skies one to right, and it's going to be back-to-back at-bats for Contreras. 1 pitch. And he is 0 for 3 and 2 quick outs here for Eric Lauer.
First pitch slider, got him on the pop-up.
Two up, 2 down. That'll bring up Ian Happ. Cubs have 2 hits. A home run by Velasquez and a double by Happ. Pulled it just inside the bag at third and down into the left field corner. That was in the 4th inning. Again, Lauer able to land that first pitch curveball. There's a theme developing. Works fast with nobody on. Different story when runners are on base. Lauer will really slow it down, but he's got a nice tempo going today.
Yeah, both of these pitchers today have been right on point, working quickly, throwing a lot of strikes.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. A little change up that time from Lauer. That's his first one. Introduce the changeup 3rd time through. See what he does here. The 1-2 pitch. Out of play.
Change up down, then fastball up. What a good combination that is.
Two outs in the Cubs 6. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Defensive swing and a foul ball. Lauer now with the 22 swings and misses. That is the most he's had this year. His previous high was against these Cubs back on April 30th. Just hit the century mark. John Del Gustave getting ready in the bullpen. See if he can get through 6. 1-2 on the way, and a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Lauer. How about 9 Ks? Probably the last we've seen of him here today. 6 innings, 1 run, 9 punch-outs for Eric Lauer. 1-0 Cubs. Brewers coming to bat. Top of the order. Due up in the bottom of the 6th. Insurance committed to the military community. Got a lot of servicemen and women in the ballpark here today. And it's great to have all of them joining us, and all of you joining us wherever you may be on this 4th of July Monday afternoon. And a tight one here today. Great pitchers duel going. 1-0 Cubs lead on a Nelson Velasquez homer. Justin Steele through 5 innings. He's only given up the 1 hit. It was a double by Urias. Now 3rd time through the batting order as Yelich will lead off. Yelich, Adames, and McCutchen coming up here in the 6th. Brewers had a chance last inning. They had 2 on with 1 out. Steele with back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning.
And leadoff double for Luis Urias. Never moved from second base.
See Yelich stepping out on Steele. McCutchen did the same, trying to break his rhythm a little bit. Steele looked like he was a little perturbed by it. I always refer to Brent Suter on that. He said he likes it when they step out. That means they're thinking about his pace.
Yeah, he's getting in their head.
3-1 pitch is a ball, and Yelich is aboard. So a leadoff walk. You never know. Maybe Yelich stepping out on him. Got him off his gate a little bit.
You know, it's not the hitter that you have to be perturbed with. It's the umpire. Umpire doesn't have to grant timeout. Hitter can ask for it. He can step out. Umpire does not have to grant timeout.
That's right. Place blame in the appropriate spot.
Exactly. Always the umpire.
Always blame the umpire. Always blame your caddy. It's a swing and a foul by Adames. He was up there hacking. Brewers are an interesting team, and Adames is kind of the symbol of this. They see a lot of pitches per plate appearance, but they will ambush as well, especially guys like McCutchen and Adames. Oh boy, man, Yelich was way off the bag. Contreras has a cannon behind the plate, almost got him. If that's a better throw, they got a chance at an out.
Yeah, and again, with a right-handed hitter up, he's got a clear path to first base, does Contreras. Makes his throw a lot easier as opposed to a lefty. Able to get back.
1 ball, 1 strike. Yelich, a volume stolen base threat. That's in there. I think Adames was going to let Yelich run.
That was a good slider, though, right at the knees.
Shaking his head. Brewers need to pop one here. Flip the scoreboard quickly with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the 1-2 and a swing and a miss. Adames strikes out. It's a pretty repeatable formula for Steele as well. He's burying that breaking ball down and in, that up and away fastball.
Yeah, and that one had plenty of the plate. Here it comes, way behind it. Maybe in the back of his mind thinking another breaking pitch.
It's got a little cut action too. That
does seem like it, doesn't it? In the slow motion, doesn't have a lot of movement on it, but the rotation looks like a cutter.
Yelich at first with 1 away. Here's Andrew McCutchen. First ball swinging, ground ball to third, gobbled up by Wisdom, and a throw in time to get McCutchen second out. Yelich ends up at second base.
Another 1 pitch out. And Wisdom's got a big arm. He'll make some errors. He'll strike out at the plate, but he'll hit homers and make plays like this coming in. Good arm to first to get McCutchen.
Took his time, almost tripped. Gathered himself to make the play.
Make sure he had a good grip and a rocket over to first.
Kind of grabbed at his side there. And I don't know. You see that motion there. Something bit him. Back or hip or something. Does not look comfortable. Here's Mike Brasso.
Not going to take a whole lot for Christian Yelich to score from second base. Anything that hits the outfield grass.
Brewers trying to get this crowd into it. Nearly 42,000 in the building today. Brasso, little flare, going to be caught. Modi was back, makes the play, and again the Brewers strand a runner in scoring position. Back-to-back innings. Steele is through 6. We go to the 7th, 1-0 Chicago. To you by Toyota. The pitcher's duel here on the 4th of July. Only blemish, a home run by Nelson Velasquez. His first career big league homer. That came in the 3rd inning. Lauer then settled in and finished with 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, and had his best whiff day. Ton of swings and misses. Meanwhile, Justin Steele, 4th time with 8 strikeouts. His career high is 10. 6 shutout innings for Steele. He's only given up the 1 hit, a couple of walks, 3 walks to go along with 8 Ks. Now the Gruber Law Office's one call that's all called to the pen. It is Jandel Gustave.
Hey, he's been pretty good over his last 3 appearances since coming off the injured list. Came off the injured list back on June 25th. Pitched on Thursday against the Pirates. Gave up a run in an inning of work. It was one of the home runs that Michael Perez hit on that Thursday.
Got to put up a 0 here. Give the offense a chance. No activity in the Cubs bullpen. Steele is efficient and threw 6 with just the 1 hit. Looks like he'll be coming back out for the 7th, and why wouldn't he? Lauer just over 100 pitches. That's a base hit by Suzuki. Didn't try to do too much with it. Slaps it to the opposite field, and the Cubs have a lead man on.
Yeah, to say the least. I think the Cubs are real happy not to have Lauer out there on the mound. Gustave's first hitter. He ends up giving up a base hit. Lauer had 23 swings and misses today. A career high for him. 2nd most for a Brewer pitcher this year.
Let me guess, Corbin Burns?
Yeah, 26. That was in April 25th against the Giants. That's a lot of swings and misses.
It's a whiffy kind of day. Good thing we got the breeze machine out. Nico Horner, runner at first. Gustave, a power sinker slider pitcher. He'd love to get one on the ground, but his first couple of sliders have not been close, which is not a good sign. I'm sure Nico Horner is going to be sitting on a fastball here. 2-0 the count. And he missed again. That's going to get by Severino. Suzuki ends up at 2nd base. Probably scored as a wild pitch, but certainly play Severino's got to make.
Kind of yanked the fastball in a backhand effort by Severino. Not able to keep it in the glove. Yeah, that's one that he probably should be able to handle. It's probably going to be a wild pitch. It's certainly one that he's got to catch. Swinging on a 3-0 pitch.
I know catching is taught with one knee, and it's effective. It does get a lot of strikes. That's where it shows up. Lack of mobility right there.
Yeah, lack of and that, and keeping balls in front of you, particularly with men on base. Going to be a pass ball.
Yeah, they'll score it as a pass ball.
I agree with that.
That one's outside. So Gustave has come on and given up a single and a walk, and looks off his game early. He's going to have to rally quickly. Chris Hook pops out of the Brewer dugout, the pitching coach.
Realizing that it could be a turning point this inning with the way Steele's been throwing the baseball. Don't want to fall behind by too much with that guy the way he's throwing today.
All right, so Hook will have a word here with Gustave. Gives us a chance to hear a word from Great Clips.
Good is getting it right. Great is doing it every time with Clip Notes. Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Well, maybe a mechanical tweak. Something that Chris Hook saw.
It's like he's trying to overthrow a bit, maybe out there to calm him down. This is not a guy you want to make a mistake with. You know he's going to be swinging if he likes it. Be careful.
He's already homered against Gustave in his career. How about that? 5 RBIs against Jandel. Big power. He shows bunt and a strike. Wow. That was a surprise. I'm just curious. This is me speculating. Remember the play made last inning?
Yeah.
He's kind of grabbing at his side, or I just wonder if it still bothered him here. That was the last thing I was expecting, is to see a bunt from a guy who's got as much power as anybody in the game.
Yeah, 17 home runs. Maybe you're right.
Now Severino goes to the mound. So 2 visits here for Gustave to try to get him back on the rails. I mean, Wisdom is not a guy that bunts often. No position players bunt anymore. Wisdom has 1 career sacrifice bunt. That came as a member of the Rangers in 2019.
Yeah, especially when you have a lead, although a slim lead, 1-0, but a couple of men on, nobody out. In the bottom of the order coming up.
1-1, not bunting. And Gustave misses. He made that play on the slow roller from McCutcheon. Kind of grabbed at his side a little bit. Then we saw him trying to stretch it out or work it out. 2 balls and a strike. And he swings at that one. Bouncing ball to third. Out at second. You got time here. The throw is in time. A double play.
He thought about going to third base, but realized that he was a little bit too far from the bag to go over there and tag the bag and throw to first. A little bit of a delay to get it to second base, but still able to turn it.
Cubs are going to have a look at this just to see if they want to challenge, and they will not. So a double play, put in the books. Around the horn go the Brew Crew.
Yeah, check it out. A little bit too far from third to go tag the bag. He thought about it, but able to get a good throw off to second base, and not even close at first. Did he even touch the bag? Maybe with the toe.
Bump of the fist. Needed that one. Runner at third now, but there are 2 outs, and here is Gomes. First ball swinging. Adames backhand play. Long throw. Hey! What a play! Willie Adames saves a run with a gem. Man, that is some strong throwing arm right there. Adames, one of his best plays of the season. To the bottom of the 7th we go. It sets us up for American Family Field's rendition of God Bless America. Enjoy it, everybody, on this 4th of July.
Bob Kozlowski.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Hey, for the best coverage of the game, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. And how about this play by Willie Adames? I mean, he makes it look so routine, Rock. A strong, firm throw. That's a long way across that diamond, and it saves a run. It gets the Brewers out of the inning.
Able to get in that hole. He slides to stop his momentum to get in position for the throw and that rocket arm. Yan Gomes wasn't even in the shot, you know, when Caratini caught that baseball. What a play.
And what a mound visit by Chris Hook. Everything went well after that.
Yeah.
Double play and a ground out. 2 on, nobody out. The Cubs cannot score. And here is Urias and a defensive swing. Solving the riddle of Justin Steele has proven difficult for the Brewers today.
Well, back-to-back days, the Brewers offense has gone silent.
Steele with 8 strikeouts through 6 innings. Urias has the only hit. It was a double down the right field line. He got in on his hands that time. Fooled him on the pitch. Jammed him, and a pop out to get the 7th inning started here for the Brewers.
One of Steele's best starts of the year. If you're thinking home run, he doesn't give up many. You know, and now 16 starts, only 5 home runs allowed by this guy. And pitches a lot at Wrigley Field. Pretty impressive. Keeping the baseball in the ballpark.
Victor Caratini now takes a strike. Had a bad start, did Steele, against the Pirates 2 starts ago. So he's coming off 5 innings, 1 run against the Reds. Prior to that, gave up 5 earned runs in 5 2/3 against Pittsburgh. Otherwise, his June numbers would be even better. He's had 2 blow-up starts, 5 earned runs in a game, and a 7 earned run 2-inning performance against the Reds in May. So his overall numbers don't jump off the page at you. 3-5 record, a 4.39 ERA, but in certain windows he has been terrific.
Yes, he has. Getting opportunities with all the injuries to the starting rotation for Chicago.
Swing and a foul tip right into the middle of Contreras. It's another strikeout. Number 9 for Steele, and he's got 2 quick outs in the 7th inning.
He got the strikeout on yet another slider. He's thrown a ton of those today. Well located. I agree with you. That's more like a curveball that time. You know, the speed, the movement on it.
If you track the game day, if you'd like to go along with us on the second screen, you'll see it says slider, and that's how it's marked on all of his pitching repertoire numbers, but not a traditional slider. Hira takes a ball, 1-1 the count on Keston Hira.
Anytime you're out in the upper 70s, low 80s, that's more curveballish.
Slurvy. I'll give him slurve.
Yeah, as far as velocity goes.
Has that entered the vernacular yet of MLB game day? Slurve.
It doesn't come up on game day, but
the ball's hit hard but foul.
I use it.
That's the combo of a slider and a curve. Could have gone with Kleider, but slurve sounds better. One, two outs. Hero takes a ball. That was a little harder slurve. One of the hardest ones he's thrown. That came in at 84. They've been riding about 81, 82 miles an hour for the most part. Needs a mistake. Full count now to Hira.
Let's see if Steele can give Keston a fastball down in the zone. That's his happy zone right there. Down. Double barrel action in that Cubs pen.
Jeff Ross and Hughes both getting ready. And Hira draws the walk. So just when Steele was trying to put together a quick inning, which might have bought him another inning, he ends up walking Hira. And here comes Pedro Severino now. Severino is at the plate with 2 on, 1st and 2nd, and 1 out in the 5th. Steele struck him out. Had back-to-back Ks to win that inning. Deals him a strike. Pitching with 100% conviction. Knows what he wants to do. Working fast. There goes Hira. Severino lets him run. No chance. Kind of an awkward slide by Keston. But he steals a big bag. And again, for the 3rd straight inning, the Brewers have a runner at second base.
Yeah, kind of a late head-first slide right there for Keston Hira. Had a good lead. Went on the first move. No chance for Wilson Contreras. A late belly flop.
2 balls and a strike. Severino trying to make his mark. First game as a Brewer after an 80-game suspension. Two balls and a strike. Severino takes one. Fastball, bottom of the zone. Just pitching. I mean, that's just pitching at its best right there. He's hitting all the corners, all the quadrants, multiple pitches in any count.
Basically 2 pitches, right? Fastball, slider.
2-2 now. Hira, the tying run at second base. Severino lines one left field, and Happ can't get it. That'll go to the fence. In to score, Hira. And Severino with his first RBI as a Brewer. He's tied the game. The claws are up.
A mistake with a fastball by Steele, down and in. Severino able to pull it hard, hit it over the head of Happ. There's your fastball. Good pitch to hit. Severino hits it hard, and the Brewers tie it up. 2 outs, 2-strike double for Pedro Severino. That ball left the bat at 108 miles an hour.
And that'll be a mound visit from Tommy Hotovy. And that'll be Severino's first RBI. And now Steele to face Jonathan Davis. 2 quick outs in the 7th. And had Hira down 0-2 before he walked him. Keston Sol second. Severino with the 2-strike double. Davis can give the Brewers the lead. Tell you, the game swings significantly for Milwaukee when they tie or take the lead late with that bullpen. One of the best bullpens in baseball.
And Devin Williams getting loose.
That's a ball, down and in. 1-1 the count on Davis. Williams will have the 8th regardless now that it's tied. Two and 1. Also gives you an idea what David Ross thinks about his bullpen right now.
Right. Yeah, keep him in there. Yep, pitch count at 106. He's pushing the envelope right now.
You manage differently when you're not in a pennant race. 2-1 the count. 3 balls and a strike to count. You got Yelich due up next.
And because of that, you figure Davis is going to get a good pitch to hit, you would think. I don't think he wants to walk Davis to get to Christian.
See if Davis can come up big here. And it's ball 4. Walk, double, walk.
That'll be it.
And David Ross makes a call to the Chicago bullpen. So Steele will exit 6 2/3 innings. 9 strikeouts at this point. just 1 run. Career high for pitches in a game in the major leagues for Steele. And now Ross going to play matchup with Yelich coming up. All tied at 1. The Brewers have a threat going with 2 outs. Baseball on Bally Sports Wisconsin is presented by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Play to win. Well, it's cooking now. The Brewers have scored a run to tie the game. 2 on with 2 outs. All of this has come with 2 outs. And they have finally chased the starter, Justin Steele. Rock, now it's Brandon Hughes.
Yeah, this is his 3rd consecutive day on the mound for the Cubs. He picked up his first career win back on July 2nd against the Red Sox. A scoreless inning yesterday against Boston, and here he is again today.
Christian Yelich. Chase Peterson pinch running at second. So you got Peterson at second, Davis at first. Peterson running for Severino, who had the game tying double. Guessing Jace would stay in the game to play first, and you'd move Caratini back behind the plate next inning. Contreras able to stop it. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's only been 5 hits combined in this game. Cubs a run on 3 hits, including a home run by Velasquez. Brewers with 1 run on 2 hits. Base hit would give him the lead here in the 7th. Hughes deals. Yelich back up the middle. Right there on the bag is Horner. And that will retire the side. Well, Pedro Severino, he's waited a long time. Self-inflicted. His first game as a Brewer, and he delivers in a big way. An RBI double to score Keston Hiura. And this is a brand new game. It's all tied at 1.
And today's time of the game winner, B.A. Can you believe this? This is a coincidence. Red, white, and bruise in
very nice.
West Dallas. Who would have thought on the 4th of July?
I like it.
If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Next door neighbors here. Say hi to all our friends in Red, White, and Bruise in West Dallas. So here we go in a 1-1 game now. Devin Williams will take over. He has the most holds in all of baseball. 35th game. He's been lights out. And Williams gets this 8th inning against the Cubs, trying to keep it at 1-1.
Yeah, got off to a really slow start this year, but the fastball usage is up. Success has been very good. Unscored upon in each of his last 21 appearances. Pitched yesterday against the Pirates, striking out 3 batters in a scoreless 8th inning.
Caratini goes from first to behind the plate. Peterson ran for Severino after his game-tying double. He'll stay in at first. And the Cubs have counted here with a pinch hitter, Rafael Ortega. He will hit for Velasquez, who hit the home run for the Cubs in the 3rd, the only run of the game. Defensive swing on the airbender. Williams gave him a nasty one on the first pitch. So the 2 guys with RBIs in this game are no longer in the lineup. Tough league, Rock. It's a tough league.
It is all about the matchups these days.
Velasquez and Severino are done for the day.
I guarantee if the Brewers only had 2 catchers on the roster, that would not happen. Of course, Caratini probably wouldn't have been at first base if there were only 2 catchers on the roster.
Counsell checking his card. Brewers will have Adames, McCutchen, and Brasso coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. 0-2 the count on Rafael Ortega. Tried to sneak a fastball by him.
The Brewers have a slew of left-handed bats on their bench. If the Cubs go to a right-hander, Hughes is the only lefty available for the Cubs in the pen.
Have the option to take him out. Obviously, finish the inning. Only face the 1 batter. And there is activity in the Cubs pen right now. Looks like that's what David Ross will do.
Change-up's been terrific for Devin Williams. The last 21 appearances, he's been throwing the fastball a lot more. He threw some cutters yesterday, some cutter fastballs to left-handed hitters in yesterday's game. Something we haven't seen much from him.
It's interesting. Ortega has 2 hits in his career against Williams, 2 for 3. 1-2 the count. And a wave and a miss. Had him out in front. Beautiful changeup. And a strikeout to start the 8th inning for Devin Williams.
Exactly where you want it. Don't need to throw it for a strike. That was down near the shoe tops, over the plate. Look at the rotation on that baseball. Tough to get rotation like that. Devin Williams, one of the few that can do it.
Many try. Even his own teammates always trying to tinker with it and talk to him about his changeup, but there's just something mechanically in his physiology that allows him to snap that wrist. Long fingers, flexible, the wrist, and it comes out of there spinning like a left-handed curveball.
It comes out like a 9-3 rotation, which is something that's awfully difficult to do.
David Bodie. Here's the 0-1. Oh, he got a call that time. Fastball. Bodie spins out of there. He's upset.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Not a good pitch.
0-2 the count. Caratini stuck the landing.
Sherwater hasn't missed too many. That was one.
He missed one in the first inning. Got you all upset. Been good since, huh?
Upset.
Here's the 0-2. Got a little prickly early. Coming off a long road trip.
Just reporting. I think he would have said, he would have told you.
He would have said the same thing.
You know what? He probably told
it's a human element.
Marino, sorry, I missed that one.
Probably already apologized. See what Bodie gets. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Look at that block by Caratini. Kept it right in front. Bodie in about face. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Blocked the ball, then blocked the baseline.
Terrific job there by Caratini. First stealing a strike and then getting down, keeping this one in front.
Look at that rotation. My goodness. Keeps it close. Blocks the ball, then stands right in the baseline. And Bodie has no choice but to turn around and go to the dugout.
2 up, 2 down, 2 Ks. Top of the order now. Here is Christopher Morel. Coming in, Williams, 21 outings without giving up a run. That covered 19 2/3 innings. The opponent batting average is what jumps off the page at you. Under 100. It's not just that he's not allowing runs. He's not even giving up hits.
Yeah.
6 for 66. So only 6 hits allowed in the last 66 at-bats.
And a lot of those came early in the year.
And then the massive strikeout numbers as well. 33 Ks. Give him add 2 to that. So 35 Ks in his last 20 1/3. Whoa. That's a big number. Strikeout to walk ratio is over 5-1 in this stretch. 1-1 pitch outside for a ball.
There's that cutter.
That's something he was tinkering with this spring. I remember thinking that if he adds a cutter, he's already unhittable as it is. You give him a 3rd pitch. Not sure how much better he could be. 2-1 to count. And a swing and a miss. Oh. I mean, just pulled the string. It's like it stops in midair. He's an all-star. He better make the all-star team. It's hard for relievers who aren't closers to make it. There's been a few pop up the last few years. But he's part of the best 1-2 punch at the back of the bullpen in the big leagues right now.
Yeah, it's been 1, 2, 3, including the Brewers' 7th inning guy, Boxberger.
2-2, 2 outs. 1-1 game in the 8th. Devin Williams against Christopher Morel. And he misses. Full count. Dangerous hitter due next. The last guy you want to face with a runner on. Williams would love to leave Contreras to Hader. Full count. Here he comes. And he missed with a fastball. So the screws tighten here in the 8th. Morel, the go-ahead run aboard with a walk. And now the Cubs' best hitter is coming up, Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, pretty good at bat by Morel right there to take some tough change-ups. Then the fastball just off the outside corner. Yeah, Contreras 0 for 6 against Devin Williams with a couple of strikeouts.
He's hit him twice.
Yeah, he's also been hit by a couple of pitches.
Keep an eye on Morel. Wonder if he might try to run on this spot. 2 outs in the inning. Go ahead, run at first. And Contreras on the first pitch. Bouncing ball to Adames. Easy as it gets. Inning over. Contreras bounces out. Devin Williams puts up another 0, and it's going to be a last at-bat win for someone here on the 4th of July today.
On July 4th, they've met 10 times this season. 5 of them have been decided by 1 run. Tim, and it's a pitcher's duel today that we've seen between Steele and Lauer.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be tough on the Brewers offense just because they're not that great against left-handed starters. They were able to get a run in the 7th, but you look at what Eric Lauer did. He bounced back after those 4 starts where he kind of scuffled. He was in control this entire game. 6 innings strong, 1 run, his 7th quality start, second only to Corbin Burns with 12. Pitching duel indeed.
We'll break down Lauer and Steele coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Plus, Pedro Severino making an instant impact in his first game with the crew. And we'll hear from manager Craig Counsell following this 1-1 game. We'll see how this finishes out. Back to BA and Rock with the finish.
Oh, fitting game for Stephen Watson's debut today on Brewers Live.
Got to get a win.
Look forward to Stephen and Dilly post-game. Rock new pitcher Michael Gibbons. He'll enter this 1-1 contest here at the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, he's been good. 31st appearance for Gibbons. He's been worked a lot. A 4-0 record. All coming out of the bullpen. Big strikeout numbers for him. Yeah, last appeared a couple of days ago against the Red Sox. 2 scoreless innings.
He'll face Willy Adames to start it. Always ready to fire on that first pitch. And Adames watches one go by. In there for a strike. Ortega stays in the game in center field after his pinch hit appearance. There's the 0-1. Little Louis Tion action there from Gibbons. Misses with a slider. Willy Adames trying to get this crowd of nearly 42,000, a sellout, on their feet. Little half swing, and he goes. Unable to check it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adames walked his first time up. A couple of strikeouts since. He's made a brilliant play defensively. The 1-2. That one misses. Adames in the air to right field, and Suzuki there for out number 1. Gives us a chance to hear a quick word from our friends at Chevy. Andrew McCutchen now with one away. Playing the bottom of the 8th. Brewers just tied it in the 7th inning. Cubs got a run in the 3rd on a Nelson Velasquez homer. Stayed that way until last inning. Pedro Severino with an RBI double. It came with 2 outs and 2 strikes to drive in Keston Hiura, who had walked with 2 outs and then stole second. Severino a spectator the rest of this one.
Fitting that neither one of these starters is going to be hung with a loss today. They both pitched really well.
Steele 6 2/3, 1 run. And Eric Lauer 6 innings with 1 run. Both had big strikeout performances. Lauer struck out 9. Steele struck out 9, which is 1 off his season high and career high. McCutchen hoping to get a mistake here. The 2-1. It is a strike. Perfectly placed. May have got a friendly call. And it's 2-2. And McCutchen not happy with that one.
Yeah, not a lot you can do with that. Take it a little bit off the outside corner, but close enough.
That is covering a lot of ground from where it is released to where it ends. And a swing and a miss. Put a fastball by him. It's good pitching there by Givens on that same plane as the slider, and a strikeout for out number 2.
Really good pitch, a little bit off the edge. Pretty much the same spot where the one was called before.
Well, crowd with a murmur and some cheers as Rowdy Tellez is announced as the pinch hitter. Loaded with lefties on the bench. And Craig Counsell's first play at the plate is Tellez. Rowdy takes a strike.
Yeah, Rowdy will stay at first base. Peterson to go to 3rd. The chess game continues.
Pinch hitting for Mike Brasso, and there's strike 2. Givens coming in, pouring in the strikes.
Working quickly. Pound in the strike zone.
12 pitches, 8 of them strikes. Big shift on. Familiar for Tellez. He sees a lot of those. In case you're wondering, Rowdy Tellez has 4 career pinch hit homers. 2 as a Brewer. And he swings and misses. Givens strikes him out. 3 up, 3 down inning. Givens nasty. We go to the 9th. It's a tie game, but it is still Hader time. Josh Hader enters the fray when we continue.
Cubs Brewers here at American Family Field, and stay up to date with the crew of the MLB app. Get in-game video highlights, live pitch by pitch, breaking news, player updates, stats, leaderboards, and more. Get the MLB app today, free for your smartphone or tablet.
Oh, I was just checking the MLB app.
What'd you find?
Some day baseball going on today. Cardinals Braves play a little bit later tonight in about 40 minutes or so. Rowdy Tellez stays in at first. That moves Peterson over to third. We got Royals leading the Astros 6-3 in the 8th. Giants and Diamondbacks just underway. Indians, Tigers just underway, and then everything else tonight. Been a couple of finals, actually 4 finals are in. And this one coming to an exciting conclusion as Josh Hader steps in. Not a save situation in this 1-1 game. He'll face Ian Happ to start it.
Back-to-back days for Hader. A lot of pitches for him yesterday in a save against the Pirates. 30+ pitches for Hader. Although before yesterday, he hadn't pitched since Wednesday.
Left him loaded to earn the save. Major league leader in saves, Josh Hader. The 0-1. And Happ fouls one into the screen. Looking ahead to the Brewer 9th inning. Urias, Caratini, Castanheira scheduled to hit. Still have Narvaez available. Still have Wong available. Hader hoping to get him there in a tie game. No balls, 2 strikes. A swing and a miss. He got him. Josh Hader with a strikeout goes up the ladder with a fastball.
That's where he is most effective. A lot of his fastballs in yesterday's game against Pittsburgh were down in the zone. Pirates able to make some contact. That one up and got it by him. Is that a foul tip?
Looked like it, right into the mitt of Caratini. And Happ is gone. Williams with 2 Ks in a scoreless 8th. Hader strikes out his first batter, and now Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki just shortened up and punched one to right field his last time up. That was against Jandel Gustave. Gustave pulled the rabbit out of his hat in the 7th. 2 on, nobody out, a single and a walk, and then got a double play, and then a ground out on a great play by Adames to end the inning. Deep in the hole on a backhand pick by Adames.
And this Suzuki at third base.
2 balls, no strikes on Suzuki. Had a finger sprain that has had him on the injured list since late May. That ball's driven way back left center field, off the wall, and Davis has it go by him. Suzuki on his way to third, got to get it in quick. They're going to send him home. Here comes a throw, and it is going to be an inside the park homer. Suzuki goes all the way around, and the Cubs have the lead.
A 2-0 fastball right down the middle. Suzuki hit it hard. Thought it was out of the ballpark. 96 miles an hour. Davis gets too close to it. Not able to track it down out there in center field, and by the time he gets it and the ball comes in, Suzuki able to score on the inside the park home run. Goodness.
If the throw's on the plate, the Brewers have a chance at an out. That was Urias on the cutoff, and it was just up the line enough. It was a great slide by Suzuki.
A perfect throw is a lot to ask that far away from home plate.
He was very deep into the grass, was Urias, who's got a great arm. That one just sailed on him a little bit. How about the send by Willie Harris, third base coach? Took a chance right there against Hader, knowing you might not get one.
Right.
Nico Horner with one away.
Well, you just wonder if that ball didn't sail over the head of Willie Adames, would have been closer at home.
And also the unfamiliarity of center field here for Jonathan Davis. Those angled walls, that usually gets the visiting center fielder. But he's only played a handful of games here in this ballpark.
It didn't get close enough to the warning track to cut it off.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Hader deals. Horner lines one left center. Over to cut it off, Yelich. Horner on his way to second. Throw comes in, and it's a double, a hustle double for Nico Horner. Cubs are forcing the Brewers into some throws, and it has paid off.
That was a changeup from Hader that Horner was able to go down and get. Changeup's been a good pitch for him. Horner goes down and gets it. And it's a 2-base hit with 1 out. You don't see this kind of contact off of Josh Hader all that often. Fastball, now changeup.
I just got to wonder, 33 pitches yesterday, high stress.
No doubt.
Leaving the bases loaded yesterday. And then the quick turnaround for the day game, and 2 hard hit balls from Suzuki and Horner. Runner at second with 1 out. Patrick Wisdom coming up, and Chris Hook on his way to the mound. Trevor Gott getting ready in the bullpen.
3rd home run allowed by Josh Hader. This one inside the Parker.
That angled wall out there, that was a design idea by Robin Yount to add some triples into the mix.
It looked as though Jonathan Davis was playing it pretty well. I mean, he did know that he didn't want to get too close to the wall, but just didn't get close enough to the warning track to cut it off.
He hit so firmly up against that wall, and just on the perfect angle too.
You see where he is. He's just not in a position to be able to cut it off. He stopped in pretty good shape, but just not close enough to the wall to keep it from going too far away.
Hader misses inside to Wisdom. Wisdom bounced into a key double play in the 7th inning. That came with 2 on and nobody out. Big power hitter. And that one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. It's the first time Hader's given up an inside the park homer in his career. Cubs haven't had one since Javi Baez did it 5 years ago. Swing and a miss. Wisdom, big cut.
Yeah, that fastball up, effective.
Hader trying to keep a runner at second. Cubs have taken the lead here in the 9th. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3-1. It's not often that Counsell has to go take Hader out of a game, and certainly wants to do all he can to get him through this inning. But he does have activity in the bullpen. 3-1. That one hit him. Or is it a foul ball?
Foul ball.
No, hands up. Home plate umpire Stu Shearwater, so that's a break for Hader.
It's going to be Hader's inning unless he gives up another run. I think if he gives up another run, he's out. Fastball in. Got the bat.
So 3-2. Got a piece of Caratini as well. This big crowd has gone quiet. Cubs have grabbed the lead. Full count. Hader, a long look at Horner and an inside move. Horner with a hustle double. See a lot of outs on the ground anyway with Hader. Most of them are strikeouts and flyouts. And a swing and a miss. Put another K on the board for Hader. That's his second of the inning. 2 outs now in the 9th.
Yeah, both of the hits, Suzuki and Horner, on pitches down in the strike zone. Fastball for Suzuki. Horner with a changeup. Oh, when he gets a fastball up here, you don't get a lot of contact.
Hader facing Yan Gomes. 0 for 3 today. The Cubs designated hitter. Excellent closer down there for the Cubs, David Robertson. He is a tough customer. Runner goes. Horner, throw down to third base, not in time. Safe the call. It's risky.
Yeah, it is.
With 2 outs, but Horner got a good jump.
Yeah, you better make it in that case. I mean, you're already in scoring position. Pretty good throw by Caratini. Just a little bit late. Pretty big lead. Good jump. Drop step, and he's able to beat it.
Brings in the wild pitch, a pass ball to score a run. An error. 2 balls, no strikes on Gomes. One thing about a runner stealing third, and while you'd rather have him at second, it's not the worst thing in the world for Hader. He is not a pitched calm guy. So you eliminate the runner off second base. Keep things tidier and focus on the hitter. A strike. 2-2 the count. I've seen teams in the major leagues this year actually balk a runner to third base in a similar situation.
So they're not trying to steal signs.
Exactly. Caratini hangs one down. 2-2 the count. Hader with 2 Ks in the 9th. Here he comes. And a fly ball, center field, drifting into right center. McCutchen wants it. He's got it. And that'll retire the side. However, the Cubs get an inside the park home run from Suzuki. Luis Urias will start it. And then Caratini. Brewers down a run. Needed one anyway. See if they can give them 2 and send them home happy.
to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. And I don't care what you think you got. It's not fair what you think you thought. That's how it goes. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. Whoa,
An inside the park home run by Seiya Suzuki has the Cubs in front 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And the Cubs tighten up defensively. Alfonso Rivas will enter the game at first base for Bodie. And David Robertson on the mound for the Cubs. He's only had 14 save opportunities this year. He's got 11. He is certainly a pitcher that a lot of contending teams have their eyes on right now.
Yeah, he's got that 172 earned run average, a 2-0 record. Picked up a save against the Red Sox. An inning and a third scoreless for him with a couple of strikeouts.
And a nasty cutter. His first pitch to Urias is the cutter and outside for ball one. Urias had a double in the 5th inning. That was the first Brewers hit. Justin Steele went 6 2/3, 1 run. Eric Lauer 6 innings, 1 run. The 2 starters. Josh Hader has been picking up this Brewers team all year to the tune of the most saves in the major leagues. And now the Brewer offense a chance to return the favor.
Yeah, no kidding.
Two balls, no strikes. In there.
Got that cutter, the knuckle curve. He missed with the knuckle curve the pitch before that last one.
Robertson 2-1 to Urias, and he fouls it away. Robertson's been around a long time. Friday, Robertson appeared in his 700th career game. The active leader in games pitched is Joe Smith of the Minnesota Twins. He's over 800. He does not walk many batters, and he is a tough guy to get a hit off of. Opponent batting average of 138. 2-2 pitch. That one misses high. 3-2 the count.
And need a bloop and a blast. But a walk and a blast.
Blast and a blast. Any combination will do. Cubs led 1-0 until the Brewers tied it in the 7th. Now it's 2-1. 3-2 pitch. Urias in the air, right center field, dropping fast. That is down, a base hit. And Urias stays put. Man, great job there by Morel to go cover that. Otherwise, Louis is at second base. He's got his second hit.
There's your bloop. Right off the end of the bat, able to get the bat on the baseball and dumps it in front of Suzuki and right. Good job, as you mentioned, by Ortega to back it up. Or I should say the infielder out there, Morel. And he did a good job keeping that ball in front of him.
He sold out for it. That bounces by him. You may be looking at a triple right there. Instead, Urias is aboard. Now Victor Caratini. Turnaround hit left-handed now. And a swing and a miss. Caratini's at-bats here today have all come as a right-handed batter. He is 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. So finally gets to his power side.
We still have Narvaez and Wong available.
No balls and a strike. Caratini asked for and is granted timeout. There would be nothing Caratini would like more than to walk off his former team. Can believe that. And a swing and a miss. Knuckle curve that time.
Does not make too many mistakes with that pitch. Everything he throws that knuckle curve. Is always down in his zone. Very rarely, if ever, hangs it.
That's the counter to the cutter against lefties. Caratini has one career walk-off. It came as a member of the Padres last year. 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Tough day at the office for Caratini. Out number 1 for Robertson. And it will be Keston Hiura.
Pitch down and in. 86 miles an hour. Got him on strikes. Got him over the top of it. That curveball once again.
It's good pitching by Robertson. Here's Hiura now. Hit by a pitch and walked. Stole a base. Swing and a miss. Keston has a moment this year. Wasn't that long ago against the Atlanta Braves back third week of May. And a walk-off off the scoreboard in center field. Signature moment of the year for the Brewers. Nice play back there by Contreras.
And Keston Hiura likes the ball down in the strike zone. Let's see if he can get one of those breaking pitches down over the heart of the plate. Give it a good ride.
Keston actually has 2 career walk-off homers. Has a pretty memorable one against the Cubs.
Yeah, Craig Kimbrell back in 2019. Right here at American Family Field.
Tying run at first base. Comes Robertson. Hiura takes a ball. 2-1 now. Tried that curveball again. Reverse splits this year for Hiura. Much better against right-handed pitching. 6 of his 7 homers against right-handers. 2-1. That's in there. Drop that curveball in once again.
Yeah, get that ball down a little bit.
Two and two the count, 1 out, and Hiura in the air, left center field. That is down, and it 1 hops out. It's an automatic double. That actually hurts the Brewers.
That's too bad. That would have scored a run.
For sure, Urias would have scored. Hiura's probably standing at third. Instead, it bounces out. And that spot out there on the wall has hurt the Brewers twice now.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, if that ball stays in the ballpark, Brewers are really set up well. It's a tie game. Hiura was probably going to end up at third base. There's that curveball. Curveball down. That's where he likes it. And found the gap. So second and third. Tying run at third. Winning run at second.
Urias knew it. But stage is set here. Jace Peterson stands in. Peterson pinch ran in the 7th inning. This is his first at bat. Infield in. Peterson takes a strike.
This is risky right here. Infield in. Winning run at second base. Opens up a lot of holes in that infield.
Crowd coming to a swell now. No balls and a strike. Peterson takes strike 2. He's dropped a couple of curves in. Well, Peterson sitting on that cutter. Gave him the low one, gave him the high one. That looked off the plate. Got a break on this one. And now it's 0-2. Second and third, 1 out. Peterson strikes out. And has some parting words for Stu Shearwater. 2 outs.
Boy, that's a huge strikeout right there. Boy, needed contact. Not able to get it.
3 consecutive curveballs. And Robertson strikes out Jace Peterson. And now the Brewers down to their last out. It's going to be the pinch hitter, Colton Wong. He'll hit for Davis.
Get that curveball in the dirt. Luis Arias needs to be ready to score on a wild pitch.
Hero will be off with a crack of the bat. That hit him. Wong is drilled by a pitch. So the bases are loaded. Wong's run does not matter. What comes into play and what comes into mind is if it doesn't hit Wong, it's probably back to the screen.
Again,
and this game is tied.
Another break for the Cubs, right? Well, the stage is set once again for Christian Yelich. Right in the back of the calf. That's been the area that he's had an issue with.
Robertson walking the tightrope here. He's given up 2 hits. He's hit a batter. The shot by Hira that bounced out. And he's still pitching with a lead right now. Here comes Yelich. Brewers have never had a walk-off on the 4th of July. Yelich trying to deliver the first one.
Just needs a base hit. Here with good speed.
Everybody moving on the crack of the bat here. First pitch to Yelich. Outside for a ball.
About as patient a hitter as there is. Walk will be all right.
Yelich leads the Brewers in walks. He also leads them in hits. The 1-0 pitch. Jump rope. 2 balls, no strikes.
This should be a good pitch to hit. Question is, does Christian swing 2-0? He doesn't like swinging 3-0.
Tying run at third. Winning run at second. 2 outs in the 9th. Robertson deals. Yelich takes a ball inside. No chance he's swinging here.
No, he never does swing 3-0, or hardly ever. He might take 2 here.
Robertson has lost command. Nowhere to put him. The 3-0 pitch. And it's ball 4, and this game is tied. The merry-go-round continues.
Well, you can't ask for a better hitter at the plate to be patient. Christian Yelich able to draw a 4-pitch walk, and we're all tied. How about that?
A bases loaded walk. And now it is Adames. And you better believe if the first one is there, he is going to take a lash at it. Winning run at third base. Adames with 3 career walk-offs. Has not had one as a member of the Brewers. Hasn't had one in 3 years, as a matter of fact. Came as a member of the Rays back in 2019. Got a chance right here. And Adames takes a strike. Boy, that's a generous call. There's nothing Adames could do with that pitch.
No. Andrew McCutcheon on the on-deck circle. I don't even think he has a bat. He's not going to get in that bat in this inning. That was not a strike.
0-1 to count. Strike 2. Got another one off the plate. But Adames can't believe it. Greg Counsell is furious in the Brewers dugout.
And he should be.
He just walked Yelich on 4 pitches. Then he got 2 generous calls. And now he's 0-2. Winning run at third and Hira. And Adames strikes out. inning is over, but the Brewers tie it on a bases-loaded walk. It's a blown save from Robertson. Extra innings on the 4th of July. We go to the 10th in a 2-2 game. Man, is this something? Brewers get a run on a bases-loaded walk to Yelich to tie the game in the 9th. Cubs took the lead in the 9th on an inside-the-park home run by Suzuki. And so now, Rock, it'll be Brad Boxberger, normally the 7th inning man. He comes here in the 10th, trying to get the Brewers back to the dugout, still tied.
Yeah, pitched yesterday against the Pirates. Worked a scoreless 7th inning. They had a couple of base runners, gave him a hit, a walk, also struck out a batter. Last 15 appearances for Boxberger. He's allowed only 2 earned runs in 16 in the 3rd innings. That covers 15 appearances.
We've got a lot of changes here on both sides. Brewers make defensive changes with all their pinch hitters. Andrew McCutchen slides over to play center field. Chase Peterson, who was at first base, moves out to and third, moves out to right field. Urias to third base, and Colt Wong, who pinch hit, enters the game at second. He was hit by a pitch. Cubs make a move at second base, so the automatic runner in extra innings, it was to be Yan Gomes. Instead, it'll be Andrelton Simmons, and he carries the go-ahead run. So extra inning rules in play. Runner at second to start the inning. Rafael Ortega will lead off. Ortega with a second at bat. He pinch hit and struck out in the 8th and had a good rip at that one. He fouls it back.
Yeah, Boxberger's been terrific. I mean, the fastball, he's got the great changeup. He'll throw the slider as well.
Two-2 game, 10th inning. I did notice after the inning ended, certainly Willie Adames, knowing that TV's going to commercial break, he waited, but then he went to home plate umpire Stu Shearwater, and it was very calm. He just not sure what he had to say, but those two interacted with each other.
Well, basically the home plate umpire got Robertson and Abbott jammed, basically.
Generous calls on the first 2 pitches to get him 0-2, and then Robertson struck out Adames swinging to end the inning with the bases loaded. Here's the 0-2, and that one misses.
That could have been.
Changeup from Boxberger. Tell you, he is not making many friends in that Brewers dugout right now. They are all over him.
No, it's not been a good strike zone second part of this game. He was good at the beginning.
1 ball, 2 strikes. So 2-2 now. Eric Lauer went 6. Jandel Gustave pitched a scoreless 7. The Brewers were down 2-1 in that inning. Gustave got out of a jam. And then Williams pitched the 8th in a tie game. Hader pitched the 9th, entered in a tie game. Cubs scored off it. Ortega gets jammed and fouls it away. Emergency hack on a changeup.
Changeup on the inner half of the plate.
Can you believe the Cubs have played in 11 extra inning games now?
Wow. They're the Brewers' 5th, right?
That's right. Brewers are 1-3. Cubs are 3-7. Two balls, 2 strikes. Count goes full. Brewers got one on the 7th to tie it on a Severino 2-out 2-strike RBI double. And then scored a run on the 9th to tie it on a walk with 2 outs to Yelich. Ortega bangs one into right field, a base hit. Peterson up with it. They're going to hold the runner. Simmons will stop. And now 1st and 3rd.
Another changeup. This one up in the strike zone. Ortega hits it hard. They took advantage of the extra strike. He should have been struck out. But Rivas taking advantage. Another changeup. This time much more hittable. And with nobody out, you know, the Cubs play it safe. Don't send the runner.
Just past Tellez. Peterson has a great arm. And with nobody out, third base coach Willie Harris puts up the stop sign. And Simmons the go-ahead run now at 3rd. Alfonso Rivas, first at bat for him. He came in defensively at first base last inning. The extra inning rules put you in an immediate jam. Brewers look like they're going to concede a run on a ground ball up the middle. They'll try to turn 2. Runner takes off, and it's a strike and no throw. So Caratini not wanting to chance it right there. Stolen base for Ortega.
Now they might bring the infield in.
2nd and 3rd.
Not a big lead, but a really good jump. Easy stolen base.
And the infield does come in. Best arm in the outfield and right field with Peterson. There's the strike. 1 and 2 the count. That was a generous call as well. Boxberger will take it.
Been saying a lot of that.
Boxberger needs a strikeout. Second and 3rd, nobody out, and that one a jam shot, little pop-up, long run in. McCutchen. Simmons is going to go to the bag to tag. He'll bluff, and McCutchen with a good strong throw. Out number 1, first piece of the puzzle for Boxberger.
There you go. Yeah, good pitch, got him on a pop-up. And now the top of the order coming up.
Boxberger his first out. Here's Christopher Morel. Wilson Contreras due next. I'd be very curious to see what Craig Counsell does if Boxberger gets Morel and the game is still tied, if he would walk Contreras. It'll be interesting.
Well,
Hap to follow, who's been hot. First things first, and Morel takes a ball.
Although Happ struck out 3 times today.
And Contreras has made an out on 3 consecutive pitches. His last 3 times up. Swung at the first one each time. Let's hope it means something. A ball, no strikes. In the dirt, Caratini smothers it. Infield in. Go ahead run at third base in Simmons. Insurance run at second in Ortega. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Boy, Morel just let it fly that time.
Slider right down the middle.
So much for the humble approach, trying to put it in play.
Right. Had a hanging slider and took a mighty hack underneath it.
Boxberger's been a big league closer. He certainly is a guy that he may be churning inside, but you'll never see it.
I don't think so.
The cool cat. He is in a tough spot here. 2-2 game, 10th inning. 1 out and a 2-1 pitch and a foul out of play. Stuck that inside corner fastball in a perfect spot, and Morel was late.
Yep, after an off-speed pitch, a slider down the middle.
Another spot where he needs a strikeout. See what he goes with. 2-2 the count on Christopher Morel. Couldn't get him to bite on the high fastball. But he does get a lot of swings up there. It pairs nicely with the changeup.
Yes, it does. So back-to-back fastballs. After a slider down the middle. Let's see what he does here. Maybe changeup.
Yeah, I like that too. Let's see what he has to offer. Caratini wants to go talk it over. Got Ortega staring down in on him. No pitch count here for Boxberger either.
Never know if Ortega is giving signs to Morel. The way he swung at that slider first pitch looked like he knew it was coming.
Well, there'll be nothing for him to see here. They've already worked it out. Brad Boxberger pitching an extra innings here. The automatic runner Simmons at third base. Ortega singled and stole second. See what he does. 3-2 on its way. And that one's low, and Morel is aboard. And here comes Contreras with the bases loaded. He is a dangerous hitter, but he's also a guy that hits into a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, a lot of double play balls for Contreras. He's grounded into 9 double plays this year.
So Chris Hook on his way out.
He gets hit by a lot of pitches and he grounds into double plays.
And Hook wants to talk a little strategy here. It's all Boxberger. Contreras has swung at the first pitch the last 3 at-bats. All of them for outs. 2 outs in the air and then hit the ball on the ground his last time up.
He's done a pretty good job against Boxberger in his career. Well, 2 for 3 with a homer. Boxberger needs a ground ball. And be careful first pitch.
Got the whole squad out there, and Stu Shearwater trying to break up the meeting, and Chris Hook just keeps talking. All right. So they're loaded up. This day started with Wilson Contreras and a note on him having enjoyed some big 4th of July games in his career, including 3 years when he's homered on the 4th of July. Trying to get a double play ball out of him right here. Look at those numbers with the bases loaded in his career. 4 grand slams. Boxberger delivers and he swings at the first pitch. He got the changeup, yeah, out front.
That's a good ground ball pitch if you get it down.
Counsell giving his infielders instructions. If it's a firm ground ball or one that doesn't look like you got a chance to turn 2, he's saying come home.
Go home with it, yep.
Up the middle, they're going to try to turn 2. Wong and Adames up the middle. Swing and a miss. Contreras out in front once again. That changeup by Boxberger, and he's got him 0-2.
Using his aggressiveness against them. Perfect location down.
Tell you the guts it takes in a hot spot like this. Everybody's keyed up to give him a little less. Oh, and 2. Here he comes, and a swing and a miss. A fastball right by him.
That is just textbook pitching right there. My goodness, 2 changeups down in the strike zone, and then the high heater to get him. That's just beautiful by Boxberger. Put it right where Caratini wanted it, and got his man. That needs another out.
2 gone, bases loaded. 10th inning, and now it's Ian Happ. He turns around, hits left-handed. Got a double in the 4th. 3 strikeouts around it, and that one misses. Close fastball. Against Boxberger, Happ has 1 hit. He's 1 for 5. 0 for 3 this year with the bases loaded. Does have a couple of career grannies. The 1-0 pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. That was a slider from Boxberger. Looks like he's pitching in a spring training game in early March.
Not much of a heart rate, is it?
Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss, and he dropped the changeup on him. I mean, you can't be amped up and throw a good changeup, right?
No. Well, you know the hitter is. 2-0. Hunting fastballs. Pulled the string on him. Beautiful pitch.
Such a field pitch. It's one of the rare leverage relievers that has 4 pitches to call on. 2-1. Here he comes. And that one misses low. 3 balls and a strike and nowhere to put him. Brewers tied the game with a bases loaded walk in the 9th. That came with 2 outs. Same scenario here. Big pitch, 3-1. Happ swings and misses. He threw him a changeup. 3 balls and 1 strike, and he pulled the Fosh on him.
Just amazing how cool he can be. There's the changeup down at the knees. Happ way out in front of it. Beauty.
All right.
Throw it again.
Moment of truth. 3-2, 2 outs. Tie game in the 10th. Boxberger deals, and a called strike 3. Brad Boxberger strands the bases loaded. Somebody put a mirror under his nose.
Wow, what a pitch. Another changeup.
Struck out Contreras on the fastball, dropped the changeup on Happ. The man is as cool as it gets. Yeah, no biggie. Let's go to the bottom of the 10th, tied. Delivers in the clutch. Gets a couple of key strikeouts with the bases loaded, rocking with the changeup.
Yeah, changeup on 3-1. So why not go right back to it on 3-2? He swung at a 3-1 changeup, and this one right down the middle of the plate. He takes it, and Boxberger able to escape. What a job by Brad Boxberger, my goodness.
Best emojis in the big leagues. And Boxberger gets through the 10th inning unscathed. 2-2 game. Andrew McCutchen ready to lead off. And the Cubs have a new pitcher on the mound, Scott Efros.
Yeah, he pitched yesterday against the Red Sox. That was in Boston, and hitting in 2/3. Give up a hit, 3 strikeouts for him. 37th appearance for Efros. That's 4th most in the majors.
Adames will be the automatic runner at second base. Andrew McCutchen. And he takes a strike. McCutchen had a walk-off for the Brewers earlier this year. Matter of fact, it came just a little over a month ago, back on June 2nd. That was a single against the Padres. A 2-2 game. And Adames chased back. McCutchen has been in these spots so often in his career. He has really delivered. When he was the man with the Pirates, he found himself in a lot of these situations. Swing and a miss. This was his last walk-off. It was a single back up the middle against San Diego back on June 2nd. Scored Peterson to win the game.
That broke a long over for Andrew McCutchen. Did it in style.
He has 12 career walk-off hits. 8 of them are homers. Here's the 0-2. And McCutchen, fly ball to center. Backing up on it, Ortega. Kind of a wild route, and Adames will stay put. Out number 1.
Let's see what the Cubs want to do here. Do they pitch to Rowdy Tellez? No, they're going to put him on. I don't blame them. Efros with that tough arm angle for right-handed batters. Luis Arias on deck. That sets up the double play as well.
So Tellez will draw the intentional pass. Andy Green, the bench coach, with David Ross. And Luis Urias coming to bat. Urias thought Ross was maybe going to make a pitching change. There's nobody in the bullpen. Urias kind of staring at him as he walked back to the on-deck circle, but this is Efratz against Urias right here. Well, Urias with 2 hits today, a double and a single. He scored a run. He scored the tying run in the 9th. Winning run at second base. And Urias takes that sweeping breaking ball for a strike.
I really have to keep that front shoulder closed and drive that ball back through the middle. Tough arm angle for a right-hander.
All 3 outfielders for the Cubs throw the ball well. Here's the 0-1. And Urias out in front. Lazy pop-up. Not going to do it here, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 outs in the air. Still first and second. And Victor Caratini's going to get another chance. There's great poetry in the game of baseball. One of the more redeeming factors about this game is the opportunity at redemption. And Caratini, who has had a rough day, has a chance to turn that around with 1 swing of the bat here. 0 for 4, 4 Ks. This is his second at bat as a left-handed hitter. Adames ready to run at second. Caratini hoping for one moment. Started the day at first base. Ended the day behind the plate. There's the 1-0. Caratini, little flare foul. It's in the seats. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You think Willie Adames is looking to run? He's right now at home plate. Has to go back.
Adames will be off with the crack of the bat. He'll get a great jump. Can Victor Caratini come through against his old team? 1 ball, 1 strike. Efros deals outside a ball. 2-1 now. Do it again. 2 balls and a strike. Caratini, center field, hit well. Ortega watches it, fly out of here. It's a 3-run walk-off homer. Victor Caratini sends him home happy. The game of baseball will give you your moments. 4 strikeouts in his first 4 at-bats. And in a spot with 2 outs when you only need 1, Rocky hits a 3-run blast to win it.
Yeah, fastball down right over the heart of the plate, and he put a good swing on it. My goodness, a bullet from Victor Caratini. There it is. He barrels it up. Nice swing by Victor, and the Brewers come away with a victory. What a game.
His second career walk-off home run. Did it as a Padre. does it here as a Brewer, and had the sound, and it flies out of here. Dead central. 3-run walk-off home run for Victor Caratini. And to do it against the Chicago Cubs. Look at that smile. Gets a bath on his way in. Caratini with his 7th home run of the season. None bigger than that one as he's standing by with Sofia Minner. Go ahead, Sofia.
Thanks, B.A. Victor, primero, ¿cómo se siente en este momento con ese home run?
No, muy contento que pudiéramos hacer el trabajo y nosotros salir ganando.
Ok, otra vez, ¿cómo se siente en este momento?
No, muy contento verdad, que pudiéramos salir con la victoria y nada, seguir hacia adelante.
I asked him just how he's feeling after that moment. He said obviously very happy to be able to come away with the win there. Pero Victor, para usted con los strikeouts y ahora con ese home run para ayudar al equipo a ganar el partido, ¿cómo se siente contribuir así?
No, me siento bien. En verdad que lo que estaba buscando era tener un buen contacto y nada, tratar de ayudar al equipo a ganar.
I asked Victor just the opportunity to deliver there after the 4 strikeouts in the game, and he said he feels really good to have the opportunity there. He was looking to just make hard contact in that situation and help the team win. Y Victor, también el trabajo de Brad Boxberger en ese inning, ¿cómo le ayudó ahí?
No, él vino a atacar la zona, en verdad que para mí tenía todos sus picheos, tenía cambios muy buenos y nada, en verdad que era un veterano y él está ya acostumbrado a esas situaciones.
I asked Victor the job that Brad Boxberger did in that inning to close out the game, and he said Brad is a veteran. He did a great job. He had a good changeup going, and the job was just to attack the strike zone. So, Victor, felicidades.
Muchas gracias.
Oh, Victor Caratini delivers the first ever walk-off on the 4th of July in Brewers franchise history. What a moment that was. 3-run homer, and the Brewers win the opener of this series. We get to do it all over again tomorrow. Stephen Watson and Tim Diller get to do it right now because Brewers Live is coming up next on Valley Sports Wisconsin. A walk-off, a 3-run homer, and the Brewers beat the Cubs on Independence Day.